We're live.
No, we're not.
Can I turn off my webcam? I actually don't want it on because this just looks dumb.
So,
Turn off my webcam. I actually don't.
I want to see your webcam.
You sound okay?
Now you're echoing, Renzo.
It's because you're playing it. Yeah, obviously, if you turn it off.
Nice face, Renzo.
I know, I haven't shaved. Look at that.
Ooh, you haven't shaved. I did shave like 2 minutes ago.
I literally haven't shaved in like 5 months.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm growing. I want to look like look at that. Look at that in the moonlight. Look at that in the moonlight.
I don't want to look at anything about you in the moonlight.
Merry Christmas.
What are you doing today, Renzo?
Hello, everyone. It's your boy, Renzo Mox. I don't want my face on here, but that's okay.
I like it. I think it's funny. Shirt man
with the V-neck that's too long. Today I'm joined by my friend Toakira Minokoto.
Hey everyone, I'm Toakira Minokoto.
Hey everyone, it's me.
Hey everyone, what if he sounded like that?
Hey guys, it's me, Toakira Minokoto here.
Toakira Minokoto.
But today, if you read the title, we are doing a decade.
By the way.
Yeah, ThatchMac, if in case you didn't freaking know, because it's in the title.
Right. Recognize my voice.
But anyways, we're here today to take a look back and reflect and talk about the teens, the decade of the 2010s.
The terrible teens.
Yep, terrible.
They're pretty good. We're moving on to the Roaring 20s, which I'm very excited about.
The Roaring 20s. Bring it back.
Teens thing that was awkward. Say 20s.
It was like a teenager. It was very awkward and didn't know what to call itself.
There's a lot going on. Yeah. My webcam is still on.
I can't turn it off. I don't think I can legitimately. I think it's just like, okay, you have to use it now. So.
Right. Why didn't you need it before though? Right.
Mm-hmm. Well, I figured this would be the easiest way to go about it, so I didn't want to do any crazy fanatics that would get me late. So,
how are you doing? Like, what are you streaming?
I'm just streaming off of the webcam setting, the easiest thing to stream.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but welcome. We're going to be talking about we're talking about many things today, specifically 2000, the decade 2010 to 2019, the golden years. A lot happened this year. You know, we all.
The decade actually changes at 2021, but who cares?
Who cares? We're talking about it anyways. Thank you, Ken.
Yep.
Sup, chat? Get out of here. Go on, get boy.
Hey, look, it's the Cam Man.
Camarammer 64.
Hey, that's your Macintosh.
Hey, Cam. So we're talking about the snoring teens.
The snoring teens. That's right.
Yep. I'm really excited because a lot happened.
It's true.
Bionicle ended, came back, and then ended again.
Oh yeah, it did end this decade. That's right.
It ended and it came back.
That's really weird. I forgot that it ended this decade. That's really strange.
Yeah. Yeah.
God. Where do we even begin?
I don't know. There's a lot. I'll try and join at 11. So Koto's going to join in an hour.
Oh, did he say that?
Yep, he just told me.
Oh, I see.
Because I told him you were streaming at 11 in my time, but you're not.
Is it a new year here for him?
No.
Okay.
It's 2 hours away.
He's 3 hours ahead of me, so he's in a whole nother realm.
Yeah.
It's really hard I don't know where to begin.
I'm talking about 2020 or 2020.
2020.
What happened in 2010, Renzo?
God, hell if I know. Mario Galaxy 2.
I know Bionicle ended.
Oh yeah, Bionicle ended. Hero Factory started.
That's a good way to start.
Right.
Because it ended early 2010.
Right. Oh yeah, and then Hero Factory came out 2010.
Hero Factory came and then ended. So in this decade, Bionicle ended, Hero Factory started, then ended, then Bionicle came back,
and then ended.
And then Star Wars started, and then Star Wars. So basically, Construction died.
Yeah, Construction was born and died in this decade.
Yes, CCBS. It's unfortunate.
Lego gods struck their thunder from down below and killed this theme off for the last time.
It's that no one buys this crap.
Except for me.
Except for us.
Yeah.
I think I bought 3 of every single of the first wave of G2 sets.
You bought like 50 Protector of Jungles, my guy.
I bought the parts to make like 50 villagers. I didn't buy the Protector of Jungle 50 times.
Never mind. I thought you did.
I think I have like 6 Tapu Masters. But no, let's talk about the stars and an ending. Do you remember when it ended, Renzo?
Well, 2010, right?
Yes. But do you remember like when it happened?
No, I wasn't aware. So
Really?
my viewpoint was that I was a dumb kid. I didn't really follow Bionicle too often. So I saw this wave, and I didn't know that it was a last wave or anything. I thought it was just this tiny little weird wave. And I was like, okay. And I kept checking the website every time I could. And it would just be the same sets over and over and over again. And then I remember it was replaced by the Hero Factory page. And I was just like, is this Bionicle too? I didn't know. I was a dumb kid. But you were probably a little bit more aware of what was going on.
I was, but I was equally dumb. Hold on, I'm gonna shill out the stream on my Instagram.
Oh, nice. Hashtag stream it up, boys.
Me and Renzo streaming about the decade.
It's your boys streaming.
Okay, hold on. Streaming and looking back at the decade.
I did get some of Star sets. I really wanted Tahu Stars really badly. I know my friend had him, and I was like, I really want him with the golden armor because that was like the cool thing as a dumb kid. But I remember specifically I got the Paraka, who's just some guy, and then
the blue one.
Skrull, who's awful.
Yeah. Well, so let me talk about. So I knew it was ending.
Right.
I wasn't sure how I figured it out, but I just kind of figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, these are the last sets. Remember, I really wanted all of them because I thought they were really cool, even though they weren't cool. They were terrible.
Yeah.
And then I didn't care. I just wanted the Hero Factory. I was like, oh, Hero Factory looks awesome. Like,
right.
Even though Hero Factory was not awesome, it was terrible.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend anybody. That's my thing was like I didn't really care. It didn't really sink in.
Right.
Ever.
Exactly.
So, yeah, but no, I agree. Tahu Stars was the one to get. He was the one to get.
I'm really trying to think about like what big things happened in 2010.
I'm gonna look up if big events of 20. I feel like if Okoto was here, he would know.
Okoto would be able to
events of 2010. Okay, let's look. It was kind of a weird year. I just remember that the Wii was really big in 2010.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I wasn't a Weebus yet. I can't begin.
My family had like a Wii. So
Wii. I thought you said Weeb.
No.
I thought you were talking about anime.
Wii was like 2008 or something.
Well, Wii was 2008. But this was the big Wii craze.
Wii's became really big.
Yeah, this was the big Wii craze. This was like the Nintendo craze.
This was like the height of the Wii, and everyone was playing Wii Sports and all that.
Oh, somebody said he figured it out through Legomation Studios, so maybe you did too.
I don't know, maybe.
Because he was the big review guy back then, wasn't he?
He was really big back then. He was like the big Bionicle guy.
Yeah, because there weren't really too many others. So
yeah, no, he was like the big man.
Keep in mind, Jang didn't even do things yet. Jang wasn't even like part of.
Jang, yeah, no, not yet. Jang came in. Well, he came in this year, but like later on this year.
Did he? I thought. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, he started with Hero Factory.
Yeah, so I guess Jang was spawned.
Yeah, that's true. Jang became like a thing, and for all you young folks in the audience who don't know, Jang started off being exclusively like a Hero Factory Bionicle guy.
Yeah, he did, and those were the good old days.
It's where all of his music were the same, and he said, "Hey everyone, it's Jang here, and welcome back to it."
Yeah, dude, his reviews were really good back then.
I love his videos. I love Jang now. But I just, back then it was so much fun just to binge his stuff.
You know what was really big in 2010?
What was that?
Zombies.
Oh yeah, you're right. The zombie craze.
Yeah, I believe The Walking Dead.
Right.
For me.
Yes.
In 2010.
I believe you're correct. Yes.
Yeah. When did Shaun of the Dead come out?
Shaun of the Dead? I feel like it's around that era too. It must be.
Oh, 2004. That was way before. Okay.
Shaun of the Dead came out 2004?
Yeah.
Holy crap, that movie's old.
Weren't really big. I'm looking up when Yeah, well, Zombieland came out in 2009, so that's pretty darn near close.
Yeah.
So I think like zombies were really big in 2010. I remember that.
Yeah.
I don't like zombies.
Yeah.
They're lame.
Yeah, October 31st, 2010.
Yeah, I got a website here that I'm looking at.
Right. That was pretty cool though. Walking Dead like popularized it, and Walking Dead season 1's pretty dang good.
I haven't seen it.
They don't care anymore. Season 1 is good. Season 1 is like the one good season of the entire show, and the rest of it is like, ooh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
It's actually because it was directed by like a really cool guy, but then they kicked him off the show. One of those crappy situations.
Yeah.
Anyhow, but yeah, zombie craze. I'm not a huge zombie guy anyways.
Zombies I don't think they're a very good horror monster. They're only scary in like mass. You know what I mean? Like
I think it's just the guts appeal, like the violence and which a lot of.
But they're not real. Zombies never actually exist. So like, I don't know. I mean, I guess mummies and that couldn't exist, but I guess I've never been really afraid of zombies.
Right. I've never been afraid of zombies.
I guess it's like, I think it's more the situation that's scary. Like, oh, this overwhelming apocalypse, like a disease or whatever. I think that's the more scary part of it.
Right.
But I don't know. It's never a big zombie guy, but I remember those were big.
Yeah, that's completely fair.
Let's talk about the internet in 2010.
Oh boy, that was the era of just really awful memes.
So we had the like 2008 and 9, which had like it was like basic memes. Like there'd be a photo of like a velociraptor, and then it would say like some stupid, and they were incredibly unfunny. Memes back then were like more for adults, I think.
Yeah.
They were really obvious back then.
Yeah. It was too it was too what's the word? It was too like it was just starting up, right? The internet was just starting to become this culture.
Well, it wasn't starting.
No.
Like, it existed,
right.
But I think the internet started forming a culture in 2010.
Right, exactly.
Like it didn't really have a unanimous culture; no one understood it. But then it sort of in 2010, it was like YouTube and like all that. That was sort of like the end. Like that was just 2010 was like just when we started getting like YouTube creators that were actually like almost like higher production value or a little professional, which I kind of miss because the era of like old YouTube from like 2006, 2009 is like really fun because it was just all the videos are just terrible and really not well made at all. But there's like an enjoyment of you're just watching these normal people, you know?
Right.
And I think 2010 started like the internet personality kind of thing. Like early works of that were 2010.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Smosh comes to mind a lot. I watched a lot of Smosh when I was younger. It's exactly what you're saying, where it's that sort of type of humor.
I got a big game to talk about after this. I got a game that I can really get into in a sec.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And I think it'll be relevant to our followers.
Okay, I see.
But yeah, YouTube was a different place. I still have some, like, it was so innocent. I think that's when Minecraft just started becoming
That's
popular.
true. Yeah, Minecraft had just started.
Minecraft hit its peak in like 2013, 2012, I think.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. That's when it was first getting like attention and people were finally being like, "Oh, this is kind of cool."
Right. But that was interesting. That was the start of like internet culture and personalities, and that's interesting to look back at that time.
Yeah.
I think this game will be a lead into everything. So this big game came out called Halo Reach.
Oh yeah.
Which was a big part of my childhood, and I think a big part of a lot of the people who are in the Bionicle community childhood, because for some reason Bionicle people tend to be Halo fans. So Halo Reach was the last Bungie Halo game.
Oh yeah.
Because 4 and 5 were made by 343 Industries.
Right.
So that was basically the last of the old era, and it was sort of like because Halo 3 was really big, right?
Right.
And there was like teabagging and Machinima was really big.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
2011, 2010 was like really big for Machinima. Yeah, but I think Halo it kind of shows that like gaming culture was moving past the I think gaming back in like 2008, 9 was a very college, like smaller scale.
Right.
Like you weren't a nerd if you played video games. It was more just like And there weren't too many hardcore gamers back. I mean, there were, but it wasn't so
But
prevalent.
it wasn't wide, like it wasn't well known, right?
Right. Video games were still kind of the thing that you played in your college dorm with your buddies eating like pizza.
Right.
And it hadn't become like a culture. So it was. I mean, there was a culture around it, but it wasn't like the same. You know, I guess 2010 was the start of the modern gaming culture. And I'm not like a big gamer, but I mean, the gaming culture is a huge part of the internet. You know.
Right.
I think that was sort of the start, like the early start of like that gaming culture.
Right. Totally. I see where you're coming from. Yeah.
So that was. I got a question here, real quick. Thatch, are you going to be using the motion tracking stop motion thing you showed on your Instagram? So it's not a motion tracking thing.
He thinks it's because you.
Because I can't program the computer to animate the figure. You know what I mean? It's not like a program thing. Literally just film myself and then animated the figure to match my movements. That's what that was. There's no way to program that into a device or something like that.
I mean, there probably is, but
I might use it, but I don't know. I might use it, but it's not like something I'm going to focus on because I don't think it looked amazing. But I just animated the figure to match my movements. Anyway, modern gaming culture was kind of starting then.
That's true.
This is also like I think what we should get into, and we should be careful how we talk about it.
Yeah.
Is the like social justice warrior feminist movement became a big deal in the 2010s, I think.
Right.
I think that like really became a massive part of culture and online culture.
I don't have much to add to that. I don't know. I don't know.
The thing before the 2010s, you know what I mean? Like it was, but it wasn't like as
wasn't prevalent. You know what I mean? It was like it was barely an impact or not say
and I think 2012 was really when the whole feminism thing really became a big deal. And then it just kind of stuck around. But 2010 was a little bit before that, but it was definitely. I think it was not to the point where like political opinions were like a big deal on the internet yet.
Right.
That wasn't such a big deal. That'll come in later.
Yeah.
And I think we'll just be pretty indifferent to everything. We're not really gonna talk about our opinions too much.
I don't have any.
To that, because there's some things like there was a few elections in the 2010s and everything.
Oh yeah, Obama was 2010.
No, 2012 was when there was a re-election, I believe.
I thought, damn it.
2012 was a re-election.
No point, man. No point.
Yeah, but we'll get into that. That was the whole thing. And then 2016 was when I believe that's when Trump got elected. Yeah, because 2020 is going to be a new election. Anyway, it's every 4 years. But no, so we're going to talk about these things, but we're not going to voice too many opinions on them. We're just going to acknowledge them because they're such a big part of history in this decade.
That's true.
But in live streaming wasn't. 2010 was like a pretty innocent year. I think not much crazy stuff happened. It was still. I don't know. I've got a lot of nostalgia for it.
Right.
Yeah, like I said, Halo Reach was a big deal, and that sort of started culture and everything like that. So and Wii was a humongous thing. Like they were in like retirement homes and everything.
Oh yeah, everyone had to have a Wii back then, dude. What are you crazy?
Yeah, it was a humongous deal. The Wii's. I'm gonna grab a drink real quick.
Good idea.
It's not a program. I just animated it in my normal stop motion program. It's not like I got a new program for a motion tracking technology. I literally just used my same program to just mimic my movements.
Obama was 2010. Renzo the Gamer. Listen, if you want to talk politics, I'm the least I'm the least capable to understand any of it. I'm a Canadian, first of all, so I'm not even gonna dive into American politics. I don't really care, and I'm just not. Imagine being an adult. Shut up, Zareth. I was 10 in 2010, so I don't remember the political stuff. I don't even know.
No, there really wasn't much going on either.
I just don't even know, man.
It wasn't. There wasn't too much because it was midway through president's term. That's usually when there's the least political discourse going on. Anyway, so 2010, pretty alright year. It was fun. I like 2010. It was a lot like I will always miss like 2009 and all that.
Right.
But 2010 was alright. It was an okay year. It was just kind of it was just the early start of like this internet culture.
The early, yeah, exactly. Meme culture specifically.
Yeah, it was the very, very early stages of that.
Meme culture.
And memes, yes. And music videos were becoming big in 2010, too. Justin Bieber was pretty big in 2010. Anyway.
Who was?
Justin Bieber, and then the
yeah, dude. Baby? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Although I think Baby was 2012.
No, he was big in 2010.
Was he?
Yeah.
I'm about to fact check you so hard. Hold on.
I'm almost certain.
Hold on. Let me prove you wrong. What? Oh. 2009. Okay, you're right.
Yeah, so he's pretty big in 2010. I remember that.
All right, fair enough.
All right.
That's not what I expected. All right.
I remember that but he's, and there was the anti-Bieber movement, which was a big deal on the internet. That was more 2011 though.
Yeah.
So moving in 2011.
Oh yeah, this year.
Yeah, we're going to go quickly because we're going to have more to talk about in 2016, 17, 18.
That's true. Things that I can actually remember.
Right. So 2011, that was really when, like, all right, internet culture was a thing in, like, 2011. I feel like it really stepped forward and was like, all right, here we are. This is the internet. That's also, this is kind of, I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but it's when the last, like, Harry Potter movie came out. Like, the
yeah.
Which was a huge deal. And then there was a big, I think that was the first example of, like,
a big, like, movie thing.
Of, like, spoilers being a big deal.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Because I don't remember it being as big a deal spoiling things before that. But for Harry Potter, that was a huge deal. And there were people, like, who would go on YouTube videos and they'd leave comments about, like, Dumbledore dies, or I don't know, like, that kind of stuff.
Right.
I don't know anything about Harry Potter, but, like, just these spoilers going on, they were everywhere. Right. Like, it was like, that was the first example. I think that word was probably coined in 2011.
That's true.
Or
that's a good.
Became widely known.
That's a good point. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah. You have people, like, in line.
Right. That was a big movie.
So, like people in line to see this movie because it's big, and then people would drive cars by the line and just shout spoilers. I remember that.
Right.
That was a huge deal. I remember that. Yeah, that was crazy.
Wow.
And that movie came out, and it was a humongous deal.
Fun fact: still haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
That's awesome. We can officially say that we haven't seen the biggest, like, Harry Potter, because I think it grossed, like, quite a lot of money. I think it was.
It was one of those early $1 billion movies.
Did it make $1 billion?
I think it did.
Jesus, man, that's crazy.
Around there.
Right. It definitely made a lot of money. I know that for sure.
Yeah, I think this guy's asking what our favorite movies are. I mean, mine's Back to the Future.
That's your favorite movie of all time?
Yeah. What's yours?
Godzilla King of the Monsters?
No, it isn't.
I don't know. I legitimately cannot say what my favorite movie of all time is.
Okay.
It's too hard of a question for me.
Yeah, he likes
Rogue One.
I don't know. No, he doesn't. You don't like Rogue One.
I like Avengers Endgame.
He does.
I'm a simple boy to prove.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, we are going to talk all about it, my friend.
Yeah.
In this decade review.
Spoiler culture started.
The birth of spoiler culture. That's a good way to describe that.
Yeah.
What else was in 2011? Pray tell, my friend.
What?
What else was in 2011, my friend?
Captain America came out. Thor.
Oh yeah, the Marvel Cinematic Universe didn't start this decade.
We'll get into there. We'll get into that, but this was like early MCU, and it was not a big deal at all. Like these movies weren't even the top performing of the year. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm trying to think. There really wasn't too many big movies aside from Harry Potter. I mean, there's like they're all like the lesser franchise ones, like X-Men First Class or
Avatar came out in 2009, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, like this year was not. I mean, Rio came out.
Oh yeah, I liked Rio.
It's all right.
I remember I liked it when I was younger.
Rango was so underrated. Rango's amazing.
Man, Rango.
And then so was Tintin, which came out this year.
But no one cared about that.
Nope. Very good movie. Super 8 came out. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. That was a good franchise.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Green Lantern came out. Not a great year for movies.
Right. This is 2011, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. It was kind of like one of those weird years. Oh, and also we got the best Transformers movie this year.
Oh God.
The worst one.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I've even seen it.
Well, it is regarded as the worst one. So.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Okay, so there's that. 2011. What video games came out in 2011?
I had. What did I say? I had trouble finding something. I think.
Portal 2. Holy crap.
Oh yeah.
Portal 2 was a big game, and that was a big deal on the internet. That's like The Cake is a Lie was like an early meme back then.
That's true. That was when the memes were ramping up, so that became a meme, and everyone was like, "What?"
This is when gaming culture, like the modern version of it, really, or at least the one that we had for a few years, solidified. Batman Arkham City, that was a great. Skyrim came out in 2011.
Did it actually? Wow.
That was a huge.
It was huge.
Massive game.
Absolutely.
Very popular. Yeah. Gears of War 3. This is sort of the ending of like the this is like the ending of like the 360 era. Oh no, that's 2013. We're not there yet, but we're almost there.
Yeah, it's ramping up. You know, it's it's getting there.
A lot of games came out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mario 3D Land, Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. I loved that game. As a kid, that was a game I really enjoyed. I remember I got it for Christmas. Rayman Origins. That's a very good game.
Oh, you know it.
Yeah. All right.
Someone asked what I'm building. I can't say, but you will soon see. Actually, I can. I'm building Colta.
You want to know what else sort of started in 2011?
What's that?
This modern renaissance of television started.
Oh yeah.
Game of Thrones started 2011.
Did it actually?
Yeah.
I did not realize it started.
Yeah. That was like, I think that 2011 was like the start of like this modern era of TV, like of these really high quality or like big budget TV shows, you know?
Right.
I think that was around this time. Yeah, because Game of Thrones, this is like the start of the, oh my gosh, when did Breaking Bad come out? A little bit earlier, but it was like popular around 2011.
Right. Oh, definitely.
This is the start of the modern water cooler show. Do you know what that is?
Water cooler.
That's like the show that you go to the office and you talk to your buddies about it. The water cooler.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Like the gossip show or whatever.
Yeah, that kind of thing. You talk about you watched it last night and
water cooler.
And it's interesting because this is an arc of this decade is the rise of
Skywalker.
TV, the rise of modern TV.
Yeah.
And then the fall of it just this year of like there really are no more water cooler shows anymore.
That's true. It's just yeah.
Yeah. When did Netflix come out?
I feel like it was 2009-ish, but I could be wrong.
Netflix was definitely not launched in 1998. I don't know what that is.
It started in 1998 because it was a straight to video service. They would give you movies and stuff for renting. They would send you movies, but I think Netflix the site started this decade. But I could be wrong. It could have started last decade. Who knows?
Okay, so it had a streaming service. Like there were these early streaming services, but they really were not a big deal.
Mm-hmm. No, Netflix was the first big one. That was the first.
2011, Netflix launched the streaming service in a ton of different countries, like Brazil, Argentina, Chile. Yes, this was sort of the early works of like that of the modern era, streaming era we live in. I think.
Right.
Like the actual like streaming like culture is like that was not really a thing before this era.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's weird. I think 2010. I'll just mark that 2010 is the year that Blockbuster died.
Fair enough.
But yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, 2011 was a weird year. I remember it very well, actually. It was sort of the last year of like my real childhood before I sort of started like growing up a little bit. like the earliest childhood memories I remember in 2011.
Right.
I remember, like that was just like the innocent era. Like I don't know, and then something changed in like 2012. I turned 10 years old in 2012, by the way.
Wow.
So yeah, 2011. Another a little bit more eventful, and these things just start to develop, and we're getting closer and closer to the modern, world we live in here.
Right.
There wasn't. Yeah, it's interesting. I remember. Yeah, 2010, 2011 still kind of feel like those early 2000s a little bit, but 2012 is not. Can we talk about 2012? Because so much happened in 2012, dude. Holy cow.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I have a lot to add to the 2012 discussion.
Yeah, let's enter 2012. Right?
Okay.
I think this is the real modern era, in my opinion, is 2012. I think that's really like everything we know nowadays really mostly became prevalent in 2012.
It's because the world ended in 2012, like that movie predicted it would.
That was a scary thing. That was a big part of 2011, actually. It was like the world was going to end in 2012.
Oh, yeah, because the Mayans.
Mayan calendar, and then it didn't end. But I mean, we all know that no one's really lived since 2012, right? So 2012 hit and the world ended. The end.
Like I wanted it to.
No, 2012 was an interesting year. Would you say it was a good year, Renzo, or a bad year?
Well, I started YouTube in 2012.
Oh, shoot, I forgot to say. God darn it. January 1st, 2011, ThatchMac created a YouTube
There you
channel.
go.
January 1st, 2011. That's how we'll end out 2011. I created my YouTube channel January 1st, which is really cool because tomorrow, or as of the end of the stream, my channel will be 8 years old.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wowza.
Or is it 9 years old?
I don't know.
No, it'll be 9 years old. Holy crap. It'll be 9 years old.
Crazy.
That's insane. I've almost been on YouTube for 10 years. So yeah, ThatchMac. That's the most important date of 2011.
Mm-hmm.
This is January 1st because ThatchMac was great. Anyway, but your channel was created in 2012.
Yep, my very first one, where I made plush videos, Mario little cute little rascalish plush videos on my my parents' expensive camera, and they weren't very good. But you know what? I will own up to it. One, I don't have the information to get onto the channel. So I can't like change anything about those videos. Right. And two, I would like to keep it up there forever as long as YouTube doesn't crash and burn, because I would like to preserve that, and I would like people to see how far or how not far I've come in terms of making videos.
Yeah.
That was the first channel. That was my first big channel too. I got like 70 something subscribers, which at the time that was huge. I got a video with like 36,000 views on that channel, which
holy shit. Nice.
which is crazy. And the only reason why is because I just reviewed a product that people wanted. So that's the one thing you got to do to get views like that.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Well, that's fun. My first video was a cat video about my cat Jim. But we called him Schwam. So
Jim.
It's called The Schwam Show. I was very little, and I still have the video. It's not public because it's terrible, but I'll probably make it public January 1st next year. Because that'll be the 10-year, big old 10-year. But yeah, I did cat videos, and I did a little bit of stop motion back then. Terrible stop motion. My first stop motion. Anyway, yes, 2012. Renzo started, and now that kind of started. We'll talk about when Renzo Mock's channel was created. We'll talk about that.
Boy.
But ThatchMac, the channel ThatchMac was 2011. It's the same one.
Right.
Anyway, it's the same one I'm going to comment a stupid comment on. I'm going to say, I don't know, going on 9 years. It's the same old freaking channel. I'm sorry, I keep bringing it back to my thing. Can I talk about how I created the name ThatchMac real quick?
Go right ahead.
Okay. We're going back to 2011 just one last time. The name ThatchMac was started because of my real name, which I've decided I'll wait till January 1st, 2021 to say what my real name is. But it was a nickname for my real name that my grandparents and then I started calling myself. And also there was like a bunch of TV shows and movies that had Thatch in them, and I liked it. But I wanted my name to be Thatch on YouTube, but that was taken. Right. And I don't know if YouTube still does this, but they were recommending like changes to the name back then.
Right.
And we scrolled, and one of them, it was like ThatchMania or something, and then ThatchMac came up, and it just sounded nice. So me and my mom decided to go with that. Anyway, 2012, big freaking year, big Kahuna year here.
Big Kahuna year.
Let's talk about movies.
Oh, I thought you said let's talk about Ubi. All right, let's talk about movies.
No, I don't like movies. It's terrible. 2012 movies.
2012.
Movies. That's the year we're on.
No, 2012.
No,
the movie.
2012 on 2011 or 2010, I think.
Damn it.
Yeah.
My life is a sham.
Holy crap! There were a lot of big movies.
What's
here.
Renzo's real name? My name's Buford.
His name is Buford.
Buford Joffrey.
Buford.
The bad.
Tannen.
Buford Tannen.
A lot of like starts to franchises that like good franchises and bad ones.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about the big one. The Avengers came out.
Oh yeah. God damn it.
Yeah.
That was a big one, and that was a big deal when it came out. It was the highest grossing movie. No, it wasn't.
Avatar still was.
I thought I was like, it's the highest grossing movie of all time.
No, it's a big freaking grossing movie.
But it was big. It was huge.
You didn't see it in the theaters, right?
No, but I watched it when it came out, and I fell asleep.
I saw it in theaters. I remember this day very well, my guy. I'll tell the story.
There's good memories you have. I have no good memories of this, so please partake.
I think it was like a Saturday, maybe Friday that I took off school or something.
Mm-hmm.
I was hanging out with my stepdad, who was my mom's boyfriend at the time, and we were playing Ultimate Alliance 2: Civil War. Because I think that's probably because he was hyped for Avengers, and I didn't really know anything about the Avengers. And I remember sitting there, and we were playing that game, and I've got a lot of nostalgia for that game because he played it so much that day. This is a bit boring. Well, all right, buddy, look. This is a historical video, all right?
Why does he always leave? He always leaves every time. Every time it's boring. Stop. What do you want from me, man?
But I remember I got stung by a bee on the knee.
Oh, yeah.
I used to be a cool guy until I took a bee to the knee.
Shut your mouth.
I'm sorry. Look, we're talking about old memes, right? Which is a meme, actually. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yes, and I thought I was crippled. I didn't want to walk because I was dumb. And I was
I cannot walk.
But then I walked the movie. I limped into the movie theater and I sat down and I had a great time. And it felt like I could see through the screen, and that big battle in New York felt so large scale. It was crazy.
Right. That's true.
You guys started to say bad words on their channel. Yeah, a little bit.
I thought you said, are we allowed to say bad words? There's not like a contract against it, my guy.
No, we're starting probably a little bit more. I think more of them are feeling used to this now because
it's like a lot of them don't really give a shit anymore. You know, it's just kind of like
because COPA now. I mean, it kind of helps us because if we want to keep comments, we have to say our videos are for adults.
We have to be naughty boys. We have to drop some little.
If we swear, it makes a better argument. You're like, well, I swore, so it's meant for adults, which means I can see comments.
Exactly. Thank you, YouTube.
Thanks. We'll get into COPA. That was this year.
That's a big drama this year.
2012, the Avengers came out. It was an amazing experience. It was eye-opening. It just, everything felt so big, and I could look in the theater. I laughed so hard. It was a great time. I remember seeing it. I saw every single Marvel movie in the theater except for Thor: The Dark World. So,
you're not missing.
And also the first Avenger. The only two I didn't see in the theater.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, where'd Renzo go? He walked away.
I'm right here.
No. So 2012 Avengers, big deal. That was the real start. Everyone was like, "Whoa, this MCU thing might pan out after all."
Yeah,
you know,
because this wasn't a thing. This was like whatever. People weren't really like, well, whatever.
Most people didn't even know the movies were going to cross over.
Right.
I knew that Hulk and Iron Man were going to cross over, but that's all I knew. I didn't know that all these other goons were going to be involved, and I didn't really care.
Right.
And I knew they were going to cross over. I thought they were going to do a Hulkbuster fight way back, and I didn't know. And yeah. It doesn't technically matter, but it helps. The idea is you need to basically be able to make the argument that your videos are aimed towards adults, and if you swear, it's easier to like make that argument. You know what I mean? It's more of a I guess it's more damning. Ooh. It's more damning if you're like, oh, I swore, so obviously it's for adults. But if you don't, then there's a little bit more of a gray area. And then when the people review it in like February, they might go, well, I think it's aimed at kids. Anyway, it's very gray, but it definitely is like, it makes it a little bit more, okay, this is for adults. Anyway, but you're technically right, Meme. Yeah, so anyway, freaking Avengers was good. You know what was really bad? Is going to bother some people, but The Amazing Spider-Man was really bad.
Oh, calling her out.
And that came out in 2012.
Yeah,
bad
you're
movie.
right.
I saw it in the theater and I was like, this is wrong and this is bad. And
This is
like
wrong.
Yeah, it's not a good movie. I felt off. It was weird. It was the first time I really got to experience a reboot. I saw it with my dad. Not a good movie. I really didn't like that film.
All right, guys, you guys know where to send your death mail to if you don't like a movie.
And it's just sort of the franchise that ended and is not very good, and thank goodness it's over.
Well, people, I mean, listen, people actually hated it back then, but now it's like people love it.
No, people thought it was okay back then.
Really? I didn't hear anyone say. All I heard was hate back when it came out.
No,
I remember that. I remember back when the trailers were coming out. Well, that was a big deal.
There was a lot of hate for the trailers, but when I saw it, I just remember seeing a lot of reviews that were like, yeah, it's okay.
Oh, okay. Now people love it, so.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So that's that. Now people, I don't know if they love it. Most people don't like it, but it's just whenever a new version comes out, people are going to start to like another version or something.
Right.
Anyway.
Exactly.
This was also, I believe, so that movie came out not very good. This was also around the time that it was announced Disney bought Lucasfilm. It was 2012, I believe.
Right.
So that was pretty crazy.
That's crazy.
And then everyone's like, a new Star Wars movie in 2015, and everyone got hyped, and we'll get into that.
Oh, boy. Oh.
And a ton of movies came out in 2012, dude. The Dark Knight Rises came out. That was okay. You seen The Dark Knight Rises, Renzo?
No, I watched Dark Knight. That's it.
Dark Knight Rises is okay.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Came out, was okay.
Luke.
Skyfall was excellent. Loved Skyfall. Prometheus was terrible. Men in Black 3 was pretty good. I liked that movie. Life of Pi was a big deal. That was a humongous deal.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That was for the tech, right?
Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph came out. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
The Hobbit movie started in 2012. I saw those every year for my birthday, even though I hadn't seen the Lord of the Rings movies, and I just fell asleep during every single one.
I watched the first Hobbit because it was a huge deal. I remember I have a really bad with movie experience. I'm really bad with movie theater experiences because I have a really bad problem with movie theater experiences because with long movies, I always have to pee every single time. So I remember it was such a long movie, and I had to pee for about an hour and a half of it. So I was sitting there for an hour and a half. I just wanted the movie to be over because I had to pee so badly. And there's a stupid fat orc guy who walks onto a mountain in the sunset, and he's like, "Argh!" And then I'm sitting here like, okay, get it over with. I need to pee. Really, I need to go to the bathroom. Can you please shut up?
Yeah.
And then I remember the song that the fat elf sang. That was pretty good. I'm intentionally saying things wrong, so I'm pissing people off, hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was The Hobbit, I guess. That came out.
The Hobbit was I remember seeing it, and I didn't really know what was happening. But they're fun movies to see in the theater, but I fell asleep.
I've never seen... Well, we'll get to that.
Rise of the Guardians came out. I like that movie.
You're the only one. I'm kidding.
It's not amazing. Hunger Games started. That was a big freaking deal.
That was a franchise. We're talking like books because they started as books. Talking like shit. Everyone came to school and started talking about PETA. You know, PETA or what's the girl's name? Katniss. Katniss Everdeen. That's right. And volunteer as tribute. That was such a huge deal.
I know. And that movie's extremely mediocre.
Yeah, it's nothing crazy. It's just this big deal.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings is worth watching, not Hobbit. Anyway.
Yeah, don't sit through Hobbit. Sit through Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is good. There's a reason why it's revived.
Oh, Hunger Games was a big deal. I remember that kind of plate replaced like what's it called? It replaced Twilight was Hunger Games.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because Twilight was the previous thing.
It's better than Twilight, and also kind of replaced Harry Potter too. So,
I mean, it ain't hard to one up Twilight.
No. Frankenweenie came out. That was good. Anyway, so that happened, and then the internet. As far as the internet goes this year,
yeah.
That was like when the real internet culture was created. That's when this modern. That's like it was. Now it existed. Like this is it. You know what I mean? Like
right.
That's when everything nowadays started. You know, that was really around this time when all that started happening. Really big. Internet was a really. Frankenweenie is still a good movie, by the way.
Yeah.
But memes were really big. And then like gaming culture was really big.
That's true.
So gaming culture rise. You know what rise to combat it?
Right. Rise up, gamers.
Rise of the SJW movement.
Oh, zip it.
Which we're not going to talk much. We're not going to like voice our opinions on that. But it was that started. That was really when that became a big deal.
Right.
And yeah, that was 2012. So that started like that's kind of when the internet really started to become like a war zone. Was 2012.
It's true.
And that kind of created this hostile environment of like opinions and everything like that. It was 2012, and like games and internet really came into its own in 2012. Like Minecraft stuff was really big.
That's true.
Yeah, that was 2012. So,
wow.
Yeah, that was, and also, and I think the reason why the feminist thing rose so much is because it was an election year.
Oh yeah.
And I think that every time there's an election year, politics go absolutely ballistic. And so that I think that's kind of part of that. And then video games were like there was like a big attack on video games and an attack against that attack, and yeah, so that was 2012. YouTube was really big. That's when especially like YouTube like
Rewind. The first Rewind came out this year.
No, Rewind came out before then. It was just really underwhelming.
Was it? I thought. Well, I think the first. I guess the first big Rewind came out this year.
The first big Rewind.
Because that was Psy Gangnam Style came out this year.
Yeah, that was a huge deal.
Huge deal, and it's a dumb song.
It's a big old. That was like a huge meme.
Yep. No, that song has more than 1 billion views. That was crazy. Everyone was listening to it. It was just a big thing. Yeah. Yep. It is a weird time. And so that's really like this is really when the internet came into its own. Did you guys see my bag of feet there that I just picked up? Someone commented about that.
A nice bag of feet.
I got my bag of feet here.
Right? Yeah, election year. I believe Obama was reelected.
Obama! So, woo!
This was Obama year, my guy.
That's Obama year! One
this
more
is also the year. Was it this year or was it 2013 that the Xbox One and PS4 came out?
2013.
100%?
Yep.
Okay.
Definitely PS4. I don't know about Xbox.
We have a lot to talk about now.
Yeah. It's because it's become more involved now.
Yeah, now that there's a lot more going on, we can remember more of it. So games 2012, Halo 4, big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Halo 4 was a big deal.
Yeah.
I thought Halo 4 was okay. It was kind of, I don't know, it's whatever. The story was pretty good. The online was kind of weird and not great. So Halo 4 came out, I remember that. This was like the end of this 360 PS3 era, obviously.
Right.
Black Ops 2 came out. Borderlands 2, which I know was a big game.
Actually, yeah, this sounds like a huge year. I feel like BioShock also came out this year, but I might be wrong.
BioShock
Infinite.
Not did it come out? I don't know. I think that's next year.
Oh, right. 2013. You're right. My bad.
Yep. Far Cry 3, that was a big deal.
Oh,
the Walking Dead show game, which that is not a thing anymore. Assassin's Creed 3 came out in 2012.
That was also probably a big deal.
Yep. Lego characters started to talk in their video games.
Yeah.
That was not good. Yeah.
I've never liked the talking Lego men.
Neither have I.
You can talk. You can ask anyone. I think I just prefer it.
Fall of Cybertron came out this year.
Yeah, that was my game of the year.
Good game
for some reason.
Mass Effect 3, I can't believe I just missed that Mass Effect 3's video. Everyone hated the ending. I remember that was a meme.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was 2012.
Overall, a pretty big year. Not to
It was a big year. It was the first like kind of mixed feeling year.
Right.
I'm not sure where Transformers Prime came out.
2009, I believe. Or 2010, probably.
Hold on, I'm checking.
Check out.
First episode day was 2010. Yeah, 2010 is when it came out.
Right.
I haven't seen. I haven't played it. So, or I don't know. No, it's not a game. It's a show. Sorry, I zoned out there. I haven't seen much of it. I saw like the first season, I think.
I mean, it looks like a game. It's all good.
The faces are. No, so that 2012 big year. I think it was a pretty good year for me overall, but also there was some, bad stuff that happened. I think that's when anxiety really started to hit me bad, was 2012. That's when the world became kind of real. I remember school was really hard. So, yeah.
Right.
YouTube-wise, I just didn't do much. I just did I just did basic stuff that you can't really see anymore. But what did you do? You just kept making your pleasure videos?
Absolutely. However, this was a dark era for me because this is when I start to put on a bit of weight now. This is real, folks. Buckle down. This is about to get real.
It was a dark era for me too.
This is I started picking up some pounds. Now I'm a large man that you see before you.
Large man.
I used to be a very monkey-like kid. I
was very monkey-esque.
Monkey-esque child. And by that I mean I was ridiculously skinny. Like bones and sockets were visible. And I made a little monkey noise. That's not true. My ears were out for some reason. I don't have this feature anymore, but my ears used to poke out like this. I don't know what happened to me.
You were a monkey being.
I think I deformed over the years, but or reformed. I don't know how that works. But sorry about the blinding light, everyone. I do apologize. But yeah, I picked up some pounds, and especially towards 2012, I started getting into a little interest, which will lead me down a dark path in the future.
You became a weeb.
I'm talking about weeb culture, my friend, because I went to Chapters, which is Canadian Barnes and Nobles, and I picked up a big book of a series called Dragon Ball Z. You may have heard of it. And I just remember I saw that, and I was like, oh, that's kind of neato. And I grabbed it, and I read it, and I loved it, and I brought it to school and showed it to my friends. And that was the dark transition, which leads me into 2013.
Yes.
2013.
So that's the weeb culture started to rise in 2012.
The rise of the weeb culture.
The rise of the weebs.
The weebs started to become like normal too this decade.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Like watching anime became like a normal thing, which it wasn't before. It was like the weirdo thing, and now it still is a weirdo thing, but it's more like modern, I guess.
Because the term weeb was invented, now it's a weebo thing.
Weebo.
Yeah, I agree. 2012 is also a dark year for me. I didn't know how to manage my anxiety. Anxiety just hit me like a train.
Right.
I know how to manage my anxiety, and I would feel like very happy, then I'd feel really anxious, and then I'd feel really guilty, and it was a rough year for me in the mentals. I didn't have my stuff figured out. But yeah, so that's the age that 2012. It was a year of growth for the world and for us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Weebs rise up, and then
weebs. Okay, let's get. So Renzo used to be a weeb.
Yep.
I'm not a weeb. Not a big guy. Not an anime guy at all. Not a thing in the slightest. But
that's the excuse.
I just don't like anime that much. I don't like it in general. But yeah. So that's where we stand. Renzo, I don't know what he thinks. I think he's indifferent.
I'm definitely not indifferent. I definitely hate anime more than I like anime. The thing is, I now understand a lot of these tropes that piss me off now. Because I've seen so many series that are all exactly the same. And you really go, okay, well, this is just this. And it becomes taxing, honestly. And it just became annoying. I will be honest, actually. I was lucky enough to find out that my first couple series I watch are the things that I still consider to be the best shows that I've watched. And that is not for nostalgia's sake. That is actually because I think they're well-written shows. But that's because what they are sort of considered the prime of their series or whatever. Like, they're considered like classics. So I just grew up with the right shows, basically. If I grew up watching crap that I hated, then, which I did, but I got out of that. So anyways, I'm rambling. Point is, yes. I was a weebus.
Renzo was a weebus. I was
not anymore. Don't say Renzo is a weebus. Say I was.
Renzo was a weebus.
You need past tense. I need the past tense.
So 2013 was a year of hell on earth. I don't like that year.
No.
It was a hard year for me, man. It was a really hard year, man. Oh, man. No, it was a hard year for me, though. It was a real hard year, 2013.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Yeah.
That sucked. I did not like 2013. I don't think it was a good year. I think it was probably one of the worst years of this decade, if I'm honest. Me and 2013 got a bone to pick.
Yeah. You want to fight it in a ring?
I would kick the crap out of 2013. I don't like 2013.
I honestly...
These were bad. Like, it was just not great.
We got a couple things. The thing is, 2013, these are the years... I remember 2015 onward, and I remember 2014 onward pretty well. Yeah. This is the last year that I sort of don't really remember because I was just some dumb kid. Right. Because, note about me, is while I was a weebus, my humor was awful. Have you ever seen a person on the internet that says lol random to everything they ever post? That's me. That was me. I would post a picture of an anime dude making a funny expression. I say, lol, what a face, or something like that. It was just the worst thing you could imagine. I didn't understand sarcasm for the life of me. You could have run sarcasm by me, and I would have been like, it had to have been really obvious sarcasm. If it wasn't obvious, it flew right over my head. So kids in class would turn around to me, and they would be like, they would say something sarcastic, and I'd be like, okay. Like, I would just awkwardly turn around like a weirdo, man. Right. It was so awkward.
Yeah. I was still going to my old school. Mm-hmm. This year was when school got really hard.
2013.
I remember I was so stressed out, I would just stay up all night. We got a new principal in town, and he was a disaster. I didn't have my stuff together. He was the worst. It was a very, very small school. Right. This year was just real rough for me, man. This was there were a lot of tears. Definitely the darkest year. Oh, look at 2014. 2014 got pretty dark. 2014, 2013 are like the back-to-back just sad years. 2015 though, oh man, I can't wait to get in 2015. Anyway, 2013 was rough. Let's talk about movies, right? Because it was kind of sucky. It was real sucky. It's really sad that when I say my favorite movie of 2013 was Pacific Rim, and that's like the best movie I saw. Well, Walter Mitty came out. That was pretty good.
Walter Mitty.
Yeah, me and Renzo like that movie.
It's because everyone hates it for some reason.
I like it a lot. Me and Renzo like it.
It's good.
Man of Steel was not good.
Oh yeah, that was this year.
Gravity was bad. Shoot, Gravity was amazing. Gravity's awesome. Sorry. Oh, I was looking at Star Trek Into Darkness. I heard that movie was bad. Star Trek Into Darkness is bad. Gravity was good. These are all movies that came out this year. But nothing really that Iron Man 3, all right.
Spider-Man. Oh, Iron Man 3. God damn it! I keep missing it.
No, Spider-Man 3 came out 2007.
Yeah.
2007. Yeah, Warm Bodies. Just this, the next Hunger Games and the Wolverine, Thor: The Dark World. Snowpiercer was good. Oblivion. This was just schlock. This is just a bad year for movies. Oh man. After Earth.
Oh yeah, I went to theaters to watch that.
I did not.
Listen, my mom wanted to see a movie, and we watched. The only thing in theaters was freaking After Earth, and I remember thinking it was cool because of the dumb monster. That's it. I was a very easy kid to please back then. The monster is super lame. And that movie's super lame. And also, I named a mock after the main character in that movie. I don't know why the hell I did that, but I did. I think the video is deleted, so you can't find it, unfortunately, because YouTube deleted my account.
Friendzone see Avengers, and he did see After Earth.
Exactly. That's how you know my I got my priorities straight back then. Because my parents weren't superhero fans. They never knew, like, they didn't know anything about the Marvel characters. So when Avengers came out, they forgot about it.
Well, now Marvel, the MCU was a presence now, I feel, in 2013.
Yeah, it was starting. I barely even knew what was happening. I guess I kept thinking, why are they still making these movies? I'm so sick of this. Because I was just this dumb kid who would see these movies on, like, trailers all the time, and I'd be like, what the frick is this all about? It was so dumb.
Yeah. Overall, 2013 is just a bad year. I might look at, I need to look at 2014 more. But 2013, I think, it might be the worst year.
The worst year in the decade.
Of the decade. Either 2013 or 2014. Mostly for me personally, because of anxiety and what was probably, I was just sad. I don't know. So, yeah. And then we'll get into 2014, which is the repercussions. But it's also like the rebuilding, I feel. Anyway, so 2013 was kind of a sucky year. Pop culturally, like, whatever, like, what did the fox say? I don't care. Like, that was a dumb meme. Not a whole lot happened.
But it was a good song, you must admit.
I haven't listened to it. It's a good song. Yeah, no, not a lot of great stuff. I haven't listened to it. Argo won Best Picture, and I haven't even seen Argo. Overall,
Argo.
This is when, like, the internet personalities, like, just kept developing. Every year, we just got closer and closer to how the internet is now. Yeah. This is when I think social media influencers became, like, an actual thing. Was 2013.
Right.
Like, really, like, this is when bye Meep.
Goodbye, Meepo.
Yeah. This was overall just not a great year. Pretty terrible. Worse than 2012 for sure.
In your opinion, the
best thing about this year was Breakout. Or no, Breakout was 2012.
Yeah, 2013 was friggin' Brain Attack.
You're right. Breakout was great. I think that was the best year period.
You're right. We didn't talk about Breakout. Breakout's really solid.
Breakout was awesome.
Breakout was like the first. Well, because Hero Factory did this dumb thing for a while where they became really simple, and then they immediately were like, all right, Breakout, we're breaking out, boys.
Breakout was the best wave. It had like this set releases were like, I mean, it's sort of the bags, but I don't really care. I kind of miss the bags.
The bags were its own identity. I thought it was cute. I'm sad that they're gone.
Yeah, Breakout was awesome, dude. It was like so many knockout sets, man. This is the only year I would say about Hero Factory that was actually like really good. This is the only year I'll say it. Like, this was a darn good year for 2012. Anyway, so Breakout was awesome, amazing sets. I mean, the story was whatever. It's a cool idea, and it allowed you to be creative. And that's really when I got into like CBS was Breakout, because I actually hated CBS when it first came out.
Oh, yeah.
It was disgusting. And then Breakout was like, I was wrong. I still think that Rocka Breakout is one of the best.
Oh yeah, no, he's cool. I always wanted him really badly.
He was my first Breakout set, I think, and he's one of the best.
I think I was at a Walmart when this came out, and I sat there for like literally like 20 minutes trying to decide which set I wanted, because I freaking love these sets. And they're so good, and they're all unique and like, oh man. I bought XT4, and I will stand by him as a cute little idiot. He's not amazing by any means, but he's just a stupid looking robot.
Yeah. No, dude, you're freaking Breakout was good, man. I love that. I would drum. This is when I would bring to school and we like mess with the boys in shots. Dude, Toxic Repo, man, it was such a good year for Hero Factory. And then 2013 came out. We got freaking Brain Attack.
That's true. Brain Attack is like the boring.
It's not terrible, but it was definitely
a step down. Absolutely.
It's a significant step down.
Well, because all the characters were like downgraded.
Yeah, the best. I still like Burno XL. I will defend that set to my grave. I like Burno XL.
Right.
But
he's a goofy looking guy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting. What am I getting here? Mentioned you in a comment. Oh, Okoto's looking back.
Nice.
I think he might want to be hopping on the stream here soon.
I hope so.
I'll message him.
Shut up, Cam.
Hop on the stream.
I don't listen. No one cares about the visors, mate. Listen, no, I don't hear anyone say the visors were the best part of Hero Factory. I've never heard that.
Yeah, they worked like a third of the time.
Yeah, it's true. Well, you need that head, anyways, basically.
Right. They worked. I mean, like they looked good like a third of the time.
Right. I'll. You know what? I will say it covers up Furnos XL's face, and that's one positive because Furno XL has a disgusting looking face.
I like Furno XL's face.
I like it, but in hindsight, it's really he just looks like he gained a lot of weight.
Well, I think it looks like he matured, but whatever.
I think he looks like he ate McDonald's.
He's cool. He got the cape, dude. I love that set. That was like one of the better sets. But then he got like the General, which is just. Oh my god, Surge was good. Surge was a pretty good face, but I think he looked dumb with his visor. I don't know, it didn't look great.
I don't mind.
But his face was.
I don't mind.
Yeah, I remember Brain Tech was the first year that I bought all of the sets.
Right.
This was the first year I was like, I'm gonna buy every single set, and I did it. And Cam's down.
Give me my credit card. Thank you.
Here you go.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Goodbye. Can't do that while I'm streaming.
Yeah.
Oh well.
So anyway, Brain Attack kind of a letdown. It's not the worst, but it's just not very good.
It's definitely a step down from how cool Brain Attack was, or how cool Breakout was.
It was. It's a definite step down. It's not. I don't think it's awful. I think next year's awful.
Oh yeah, my favorite one.
Brain Tech was not great. Brain Tech was not great. Hang out with my dad. I don't want to leave him abruptly. Okay, Koda will be on soon.
Okay.
He's hanging out with family for a sec.
Let him know that I will. I'll send. I'm believing.
Yeah.
Of my wings.
So yeah, Brain Tech not great. 2013 overall. I enjoyed the Hero Factory stuff, though. Even though the sets were not very good, they brought me a lot of joy because I just bought every one and I really enjoyed them.
Right.
But not a great year. Oh, we missed in 2011. We missed when Ninjago started.
Oh, yeah. People are friggin'...
Ninjago started in 2011.
That's
anyway,
true. We're forgetting a lot of big things.
Yeah, so Breakout, Brain Attack, and then overall, but still, movies weren't great. Politics were ramping up, and we're getting annoying because the election was coming, or the election just happened, and now everyone's being all weird about it.
Right.
This is also, feminism kept rising a lot. That was this year was very prevalent with that, I think.
Lego.
I think this is the start of I think this is when the term LGBT was really created.
Right.
2013. And it was also, and now there was this discourse. Memes were terrible this year. I think. Oh god.
Are we talking about when are we talking about right now?
2013.
2013. Okay.
Yeah. So, do you want to move? We're not missing anything in 2013.
I don't believe so.
Oh, hold on, games. We're looking at 2013 games real quick.
There aren't too many. There was Last of Us. That's the big one.
That's a big one. That was a really good game.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's my favorite game of 2013. However, there are a lot of big ones.
Oh my god, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yep.
Big deal there.
PS4 came out this year.
Yep, PS4 came out in 2013. Did the Xbox One come out?
I believe so, but I could be wrong.
Okay, so the new console generation.
Console generation started up. We got Wii U, I believe, or that might have been a year earlier. Actually, I could be wrong.
I think that was a year earlier. We forgot to talk about it because it was you. By the way, brief, Wii U was a disaster.
I mean, it was.
It was awful. The marketing, anyway. So, yeah, over 2013 was the new consoles launched. I don't think either one launched in a very good state. Launch games weren't great. Overall, 2013 was a year, in my opinion. I thought it was one of the worst of the decade. It was just sad and it was just disappointing and just, just thinking about that year gives me anxiety because it was just pain.
Right.
Pure unadulterated pain. So,
we got Madagascar 3. No, I'm sorry.
Great. Ooh, let's talk about 2014.
All right, 2014, The Age of the Dragon.
Take us off because I think you remember more about this than I do.
I actually kind of do. This was my big Hero Factory year, my guy. This was the year that I started. First of all, I started the channel in, I think, 2013. I didn't cover this in 2013 because I forgot. But this was the first year that I started. I believe I started my channel 64 Sonic 1. If you ever clicked on if you ever looked at my YouTube URL and seen the name 64 Sonic 1, it's because that's what this channel was created under that name. Reason why it changed was because I changed my channel, and in about 2014 I deleted all the videos off of this channel for some stupid reason, and I rebranded it to Renzo Mox. But that wasn't before. I made another channel called 64 Games, or 64 Games 100, I think. Or 64 Games 1. That's the channel that I made. I did movie reviews, which were awful. I did these crappy mock reviews, which were awful, but it got me into mocking. This is when I first became the mockist you see before ye. Because one day when I was at my grandma's in 2014, I went to Toys R Us and I saw, well, sorry, I'm really bad with stories. Let me go back a little bit further. So the first wave of Invasion from Below came out, and I bought the Evo XL machine, and I remember loving it.
Oh my god, the names are so bad.
I know, they're terrible. I remember loving that set. I bought it and I adored it, and then I went to Toys R Us, and then I bought the two-headed, or the splitter beast, whatever it's called, the thing that he could come off, the little guy, and he had a lamppost or something. I bought that set, and I loved that set. And then when I went to my grandma's for a couple weeks, I would constantly beg my grandma to go out to Walmart so I can keep picking up this wave sets. So I bought the Furno machine. I bought the friggin' awful Stormer machine, which is the worst set ever. So bad. I bought so many of these sets. In fact, I think I got all of the first wave minus what was it? That Evo Walker thing. I never bought that one.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, but the point is, I bought all those boys, and I was so happy because I love these dumb mechs and kaijus. Because reason why I bought them all is because I started watching. You may have heard of him, Dr. Scorpion X. He made these cool combiners.
Good guy.
I built these combiners that he made, and that was my favorite thing in the world because he had a combiner called Dragons, I don't freaking know, dinosaur thing where he made a giant T-Rex. I built it and I freaking love it. I loved it. And that started my train. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to be a mock guy now. I want to build creations. And my very first mock review, which you cannot find on YouTube anymore because I hate my life, is called the Evo Steam Machine. And it was just an alternate build of the XL machine. And it was also terrible. But it was very fun, and it was very funny to see that was like my first mock. And then I started making mock reviews, and here we are today. And I'll let you go. I'm going to take a break, but I want to get back into that because there's a lot that I have to say. This was a big year for my channel and my reform or whatever.
Right. So this year was when I hit rock bottom.
Which is a really bad transition after what I just said.
I know. No, I thought you were like, it's great. It's much fun.
It's my awesome. It's the year of my...
I hit rock bottom in 2014. I had the summer, the way my schedule works. Back then, they used the old schedule that I do not have anymore. Because I don't have a schedule because I'm 18. But I had my schedule between my divorced parents. The summers would be when I'd go to my dad's.
Right.
And this was when my stepbrother Fritz, like I think he moved out or something like that, and my stepsister just was never home, and my parents were home because they were at work. So I was alone a lot in the summer because I was at my dad's all the time, and I was alone all the time in the summer of 2014.
Right.
And I hit rock bottom because I stopped eating, and that was a disaster. Due to my anxiety and stuff, I had horrible body image issues, really just insane stuff when I think about it. And I lost a ton of weight. This was right through when puberty was ramping up, so that screwed up my development. And it was a disaster. And I just would just sit in my room and be depressed, and just not eat. It was just a really bad time. But what that did is I hit rock bottom, and then something really, really good happened. Something really good happened, and I can honestly say that this was part of the thing that pulled me out of all that. I also had just moved. I was going through a move that I did not want to be a part of. And I was moving to my new house, which I moved again this year. But this was the first move. This is where I moved into the Room City house. And that was hard on me. And then the best news in the entire world happened. When I looked online, I saw a video from The Three Virtues. It was this blurry black and white photo of Tahu reaching for something, and honestly, honest to God, it was one of the most insane things ever. For the first time, it was like the impossible was possible.
Right.
Never did I think Bionicle could come back. It this horrible year with Euro Factory. I hated Invasion from Below. Fun pieces, but and I'm happy you enjoyed the sets. And I think Invasion from Below was for you what Brain Attack was for me. I think.
Yeah. You like Brain Attack?
When I got them, yeah.
I enjoyed them. I get you. Yeah. I was confused.
I bought all of them, and I always went to the store. But seriously, seeing that display and everything, and those early leaks, it was like that felt that in my mind that was not something that was possible. Bionicle coming back, you know. So seeing that, I don't know, it just made you believe that the impossible was possible. And it was just such a great hope, and it gave me something to look forward to. Right. Which is what I really needed. And it pulled me right out of the depths of despair. Honestly, it was one of the most optimistic times of my life was the second half of 2014. Right. School was ending because one summer hit, school was over, and that was amazing. And that was the end of that hard year, those few hard years at school for me. I really struggled. And then it was just awesome. It was just this constant optimism, and I think it honestly created the person I am today, which is just a positive person in general. Was just that hope was just such a wonderful thing. It was really nice, and honestly, I don't know. Honestly, it was just a great thing to see those leaks from Bionicle coming back. Not only that, but a lot of really good movies came out in the summer.
Lego movie
came out early in the year, which was really nice. Yeah. I remember that was the first time I had seen a movie and just enjoyed it since 2012. Right. That really reworked the way I thought about Legos. Honestly, it was a really solid year for movies. The worst movie was Spider-Man. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was just a disaster.
Oh, I'm dumb. I thought you were talking about the second Amazing Spider-Man earlier.
No. I was talking about the first one.
I zoned out. I totally thought you were talking about the second one.
Right.
That's why I said I thought people hated it when it came out.
No, people hated Amazing Spider-Man 2 when it came out.
And
awful.
Now people like it.
It's a disaster, and it ended a franchise, and thank God it did. Lego movie came out, which was incredible. Guardians of the Galaxy was amazing. Winter Soldier was amazing. This started Marvel's role. Interstellar, I really enjoyed. That movie really expanded my imagination. I heard Gone Girl was good. I didn't see it, but I heard it was good. Edge of Tomorrow was a really solid movie. I really like that movie. X-Men Days of Future Past was a really good movie. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes was a really good movie. Birdman, I really enjoyed. The first Oscar movie that I actually really enjoyed. Whiplash was incredible and should have won Best Picture in my opinion. How to Train Your Dragon 2 came out. That was incredible. I mean, overall, like Godzilla, that new Godzilla movie came out, which I still think is way better than King of the Monsters, which I know is a controversial opinion, but I still really like that Godzilla movie, Godzilla 2014. Yeah. That was really good. It was just a really good year for movies, I think. And it was really when I started to become a film fan and I started to collect movies. And honestly, that's what this year marks. It marks hitting rock bottom and then rebuilding from rock bottom. That's what this was for me. And it was an awesome year. Do you remember when the Three Virtues uploaded? I'm calling them that because that's what they were in this time. Yeah. Do you remember when they uploaded the review of the Comic-Con?
Yep.
Yahoo?
That was so cool.
That honestly was, I watched that video probably 25 times.
I was in school when it came out, and I was so happy. I just watched it in school. It was so alien. It was
alien.
It was just weird to see it.
Yeah. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was
honestly, it was weird to see it in hand.
It was just weird to see the physical time. Yes. First off, there were so many debates about if the leaks were real or not. Oh my God, I got a really good 2014 memory. So I went to camp these few years. I went to this camp called Camp Croy.
Mm-hmm.
Okoto wants to be added, but I think I'm gonna add him right after this. Okay.
Okay.
Or you can. Or no, it's on Skype. I'll add him.
Yeah.
So I went to camp. Last year's camp was awful because I was honestly. Everyone always said that I was a little like more mature than kids around me. I was a little bit more ahead of the curve, I guess. So I didn't really belong for a while. And I just got into so many fights and with people at that school. I mean, I swear to God, it was really bad. In 2013 when I went to camp. 2014 when I went to camp, I was like, it was still really like those people were really bad, but Bionicle was back, so I did not care. I remember to this day. I made a camp movie the year before because they had a camp talent show, and I made the very first movie for the talent show. And I remember they put it on a projector and got popcorn for everyone, and they watched it with all of the camp kids.
Yeah,
it was terrible. This year I made the epic sequel, and I have never finished the trilogy, but I made the epic sequel to that, Camp Movie 2, with my buddy Shots, and that was awesome. And I remember I needed to edit that, and that was really rough because I had to go and talk to counselors. I had to run a few activities. And we filmed it in like break times at night. But I got it done. It makes no sense. I still have it, like, but it's hard to follow. It's really no one knows what's happening. But we made Camp Movie 2. They showed it to the whole camp, and I remember I had to upload it before I could watch it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they let me go into the the counselor's room with like a computer. There was like a computer there with the internet.
Right.
And this was right during the leaks of Bionicle. I remember going in there, and when I was looking online, I uploaded it, and I had to log into my channel. And the first thing I see in my subscriptions is the colored display. But I didn't get home until like 2 days later, so I couldn't watch that video. But I saw the thumbnail of that photo, and I just had to sit there with that until I got home and I could watch it.
Right.
Because I didn't have a phone. Right. And I remember that was a great moment uploading it and seeing that and going, oh my God.
Yeah.
and that again, that feeling was everything I needed to keep going. I was like, all right, this is amazing. I need to get home because I will be able to watch this video. Bionicles. And I remember watching it. I watched it at my grandma's house because we stopped there before we got home. And I remember like freaking out about that, watching it and like screaming. And it was such a good time. God, I was so optimistic then. And it was so cool, dude. That was one of the coolest times ever, was just seeing those leaks. And my new house really started to grow on me. I got Brutaka that year.
Oh, wow.
That's when Room City became Room City in my mind. I made a few Brutaka videos in 2014, I believe. Might have been 2015. I think it was 2014. That's really... I was obsessed with Brutaka because I got it for really cheap because I ordered his parts. But anyway, later half of that year was amazing, my guy. And then I remember, I'm sorry I'm going on, but
no, that's fine.
Because I mean, you kind of own the beginning half of the year, and now I'm kind of like the ending half is like amazing, right?
Right.
And then I remember the sets were on ToysRUs.com for like 10 minutes, right?
Right.
So the first thing I did was call my mom. I don't know how I called her. I don't remember it because I don't think I had a phone. I called my mom and I said, Mom, the sets are on ToysRUs.com. You got to go on ToysRUs.com. You got to buy one of them right now. And she went and bought one of them, and she didn't know which one she bought. She's like, I just bought the quickest one I could, you know. And then they were taken down right after she bought it. Right. And so I remember sitting there. This was amazing. Sitting there like, I don't know which one I got. This was like late November, early December, right. And I was sitting there like, all right, this was a really good Christmas this year. I was like, I didn't know which set I got. I was waiting in the mail, and he came in the mail, and it was Onua. It was Onua Master. Yeah. And I love that set just because of that memory. I remember freaking out, and I remember he was beautiful. The box was bigger than I thought it would be. Mm-hmm. I remember putting on the mask and going, "Oh my God, this thing's gonna fall off all the time." Yeah. And I love that figure so much. That's when I made my first Christmas special. Was in 2014. Honestly, that's really when I came in. It was such a good year. I reviewed Onua. That video was up. That video got decent amount of views because I got him early. Right. Honestly, it was a great time. I'm going to add Okoto now because I think Okoto is really going to be able to go into 2015.
Oh boy, Okoto.
Yeah. So great, amazing year for me at the end. The first half was really bad. I hit rock. So I think I'll overall say 2014 was a really good year because it was like a freaking, what do you call them? It was a Phoenix. That's what it was.
Phoenix year.
Phoenix year.
Well, we'll go with that. We'll say Phoenix year.
Well, Phoenix year. Adding the boy.
The boy is getting added. Say hello to Toa Kiraman Okoto, ladies and gentlemen.
He says he's unavailable. What the frick?
Never mind, he's not here.
What the frick?
Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to...
I messaged him. Yeah. So get the frick in here, Okoto. Yeah, so that was a great year. And later half of that year was amazing. The Bionicle sets came in December. Remember, I really want to get Tahu first, but yeah.
Wow.
What do you think about G2 and all that?
Dude, I was so happy because I freaking... Well, first of all, I started making like that type. I started getting into that community like right then, so it was really good timing. And then I found this video of I found this video pop up that said like Hero Bionicle G2 leaks, and I was like, "Excuse me." And I watched the video and I was like, that's not real. There's no way that's real. But everyone started getting really excited, and then the color version came out and I started getting really excited. And it was such a magical time to be a fan because
it really was. It was magic.
It was like this most hype that I had felt in a long time.
Yeah.
It was really like we get to the point that my friends knew about the hype. My friends who were not into the Bionicle community at all, they knew about G2.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
I know.
It was such a big deal.
It really was.
And it happened. But yeah, no, that build-up year, I started making mock review. I started really making more mock reviews. I started really getting into it. I was going to say Biorama started that year, but that's not true at all, actually.
The next year.
That's a straight up lie.
Renzo's lying.
But I did start videos, and it's weird that it was just a really good time. It was like a really, really fun time to be a Lego fan, you know? I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to buy sets. I want to buy parts. I want to tell.
Oh, man, this makes me so happy. I really needed this. I'll talk to you about it later, but I've got some pretty rough few days, man, and this is really making me feel good. Whew.
It was a good memory, that's for sure. It was the biggest thing to happen.
2014 was honestly a highlight of the decade, in my opinion. I think that was pretty amazing for me personally, but as a Bionicle fan and as someone who had just gone through hell, this was amazing. Dude, I was just so happy, and I was so not happy for like 2 years, and then all of a sudden just being so profoundly happy was like insane, man.
Yeah.
That's really, oh man, it was such a positive later half. Oh man, that was amazing.
It's true.
I mean, video games, I don't care. There's probably some good ones.
New Super Mario Bros. U.
Gross. And then like internet was like kind of the modern internet at this point. I think it really was like it just is now at this point.
Right.
Yeah. Dang. I was so happy. It was great to hear that you were really happy, man. And then again, the sets. I still love that first wave of 2015. Dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I still think it's one of the best Bionicle waves, just in sets wise, not story wise, right? Not story wise, but sets wise. Holy crap! They knocked it out of the park. It was so good, in my opinion.
So
oh man,
there's the rundown, right? Okay.
Right. We're
So
kind of getting 2015. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Oh yeah, that is. Never mind. That is 2015. I can't talk about that yet. Whoopsie.
So overall, and the pictures came out for the sets. Overall, 2014 started off pretty bad for me, and then it just skyrocketed into the highlights. The later half is amazing, and then 2015, I contend, is one of the best years of the whole decade. I think 2015 was incredible. I thought that year was just awesome. It was such a good year, in my opinion, honestly, because I was just propped up for greatness. And dude, it was. I was excelling at school. I got my crap together. Bionicle. Hey, Tokoto.
Is he here?
Hi. Finally.
Welcome.
Sorry.
He's here. He's on the stream, everyone. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Toa Kirman Okoto.
Merry Christmas.
That's not what it is.
Yep. Okoto, my guy.
Hey.
We just started 2015, so you got here just in time.
Perfect.
So I'll do a brief rundown, right? 2010, 2011 are really uneventful, right? Oh, he just muted himself. Okay.
He just frigged off.
All right. There
hello?
was like wind blowing. All right. Sorry. Yeah, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere.
All right. So quickly, 2010 and 11 were really uneventful. 2012 wasn't a great year. Well, no, it was pretty good. 2012 was a pretty good year because Avengers came out and some other stuff. It was a pretty solid year. 2013 so far is like the worst year ever. I hate that year. Both me and Renzo were really depressed. Or not, well, Renzo was okay.
I wasn't depressed. I was a weeb.
Yeah, Renzo was weeb. He was in his weird stage. I was pretty depressed and like anxious. That's when anxiety like hit me like a steam train. And overall, 2013 was just awful. Movies weren't great. Video games were okay. You know, it just was a really bad year. And then 2014 is like the Phoenix year, we called it. Because the first half was like not great, especially for me. I stopped eating, and that's when I hit rock bottom. And then Bionicle came back, and then it just became amazing. And the later half of 2014 was so good, dude. The hype train, oh my god, for Bionicle
It was real.
Once the summer hit, it was like game on. Because then like Winter Soldier came out, War for the Planet of the Apes came out, Guardians of the Galaxy came out. It was like a great year. It was a really good year the second half, right? And now we're in 2015, which I contend, I said, I think it's one of the best years of the whole decade was 2015.
Yeah. So much happened that year. It's incredible. There's so much to remark.
Right. Yeah.
And
that's the energy we got. So we'll start off. We led into Bionicle. Both Renzo and I love the first 2015 wave. We think it's one of the best Bionicle waves. It was awesome. The story was not good, but the sets were just incredible. They're so good. Those sets are iconic. Amazing year. I got Bertocco in 2014, by the way. So there's that. Renzo started going mock crazy in 2014,
Mm-hmm.
and now like that continued, and honestly, 2015 was just such a great year. I'm just gonna point out a few highlights. The new Star Wars movie was coming out, and that's still, I think, the best Disney Star Wars movie is The Force Awakens. I just think it's pretty good. But that was awesome. Spider-Man came home, the MCU. That was incredible. That was honestly such an amazing moment. Holy crap.
In 2015?
Yeah, that was 2015. Oh, he left and came back. Hello, Okoto.
Yeah, I switched my computer. Sorry.
He didn't come back in 2015.
The hallways. But Spider-Man came back. There was like 24. Dude, oh my god.
Civil War came out in 2016.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
We're talking about
Wow.
2015.
Yeah, 2015 was when they announced Spider-Man was back in the MCU.
Okay, well there you go.
He was in Civil War.
I didn't know that. I didn't know Spidey was coming up with a trailer.
No. Oh yeah, no. But he was announced. I remember that. Do you remember that, Okoto? That was amazing.
That was well, it was great news after the horrible mess that Amazing Spider-Man 2 was. So
yeah,
that was the best I could ever receive.
Yeah, that was such. And again, I think 2015 and late 2014 were just so many unbelievable moments. Like, especially for me, like my uncle coming back felt unreal. That did not feel like a thing that could ever happen. It was one of those things where you just accept that it would never happen, and then it happens, and you're just like, oh my god, you know. And then same thing with Spider-Man. Everyone said he'll never be in the Marvel movies because he's owned by a different studio, and they made a deal, you know. Something that never felt possible was now possible, and I think that's what 2015 was. It was a year of the impossible becoming possible, you know. Just oh my god! And then Star Wars happened, and like I said, I still think Force Awakens is the best Disney Star Wars movie in my humble opinion. And that movie was like unbelievable because it was so weird to see a new Star Wars movie that felt like that could never happen. I don't know. Honestly, I just think 2015 was such a good year. It was, oh my god, it was so good. Sorry, but what do you think?
I highly agree. All right, switch the mic here. Yeah. I highly agree. That year had so many highlights to it. It was just a phenomenal year, and I think you described it really well. Like Bionicle was like the biggest thing I take away from it every time I think about it. It's like that was such a joy to really have it return, and I was excited throughout the summer, and it was just a great year. Everything bounced off. I liked Age of Ultron back then, so that was a big highlight of my year.
I still like Age of Ultron. I think it's an RA movie.
I like parts of it. I don't know the entirety of it, but that was one of the things I take away from that year too. It's like, oh my god,
there were so many good trailers in 2015. It's unbelievable.
Oh yeah,
like the Age of Ultron trailer was really good, and it made Ultron look. He was better in that trailer than he was in the movie. And the Star Wars trailer. Do you remember when the Star Wars trailer dropped?
Oh, of course. What the heck?
The whole world.
Everyone knew what. Everyone was like, "Oh my god!"
I know. It was holy cow.
That was the big time.
No one was. I mean, he couldn't be.
I know. It was like, and then it was such a cryptic trailer, and the lightsaber. Oh my god! When the world, and then there was the whole discourse about could that lightsaber work when he chopped his hand off or whatever. Like I remember, dude. Oh man, Spider-Man! Oh my god, it was just. Everyone said there'd be a Spider-Man post-credit scene in Age of Ultron, and of course there wasn't. There's not enough time. Oh my god, I started watching YouTube a lot more then. Oh dude, it was just such a good year. There's like no downside to it I can think of right now. It's just holy cow, what a great year! My gosh.
We got some dang old skeletons.
We got some tingles, which, by the way, were really disappointed when I first saw them. But man, I think they've got charm. They've really grown on me.
They're goofy little boys. I enjoy the goofy little boys. All right. I like the goofy skeletinos. I think they look.
I still got them built, so that must mean something. So
you got everyone built, mate.
Mother freaking Ant-Man. That was a great movie. Holy cow.
I think there's a lot in 2015. I want to mention. There's so much that happened. I feel like I'm missing a lot.
I've got it all googled up, and I'm gonna go over all the movies in a bit.
I'm gonna let you guys take the reins real quick. I'll just be right back.
Oh shoot!
All right.
I'm gonna hurry back.
Okay. Next time you come, we'll talk about Flower Ramen, and we'll talk about.
Oh yeah, that started this year too.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
So, overall, just a oh my god, I'm trying to. What were we on about before then? Oh my goodness! Wasn't Adventure Time really good this year? I don't remember.
I remember 2014 when season 6 premiered, and I was like, "Holy crap!" Because that was with Finn's dad.
Was that with Finn the Human and Jake the Dog?
Season 5 was, and that was 2013, 14.
Okay, all right. Well, anyway, it was a great year. Geez, I just don't even know where to start. Like Star Wars, and I remember Star Wars came out around my birthday, and my stepdad took me off school to see Star Wars. That has rarely happened, and my guy, when that happens, there's a few times that happens, but when it does, it's always a freaking amazing day. Oh my God! I remember I went and then I came home and they had the Christmas tree set up. Oh, dude! And I saw that movie and I still really like Force Awakens. I'm not ashamed to admit it. It was such a good time at the theater. Just oh my goodness! And then like you said, there's Ant-Man. Okay, what a good! I'm just overwhelmed by how good this year was. Good Lord. Creed came out this year. Creed was amazing. The Martian came out. Mad Max Fury Road came out. Holy crap! Jurassic World, which was. But whatever. Oh my goodness. Okay, these movies did not come out in 2015. Inside Out came out. That was really good. Holy cow. Yeah, it was just. Oh my goodness, such a good year, dude. The Peanuts movie. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Yeah.
Ooh. Chappie was the worst movie of the year. Krampus came out. I didn't see that until 2016 though. But overall, it was a great year. I was so like, oh my goodness, it was not. It was, dude. We'll see. Once we get to 2017, we'll see how things go. But 2015 is a highlight, man. Good Lord, such a good year. Oh man, I was so happy. The only thing that would have made it better is if I knew you guys back then.
Holy cow! I mean, it was so much more different too. But
I know. I'm gonna look up pop culture moments of 2015. That's also when the internet like meme culture exploded in 2015.
I posted memes too. That's how. Oh.
Okay. 16 biggest pop culture moments of 2015. I'm sure most of the stuff we already covered will be on like Star Wars and stuff. Oh man. Oh, dude, this is.
Hi, hungry. I'm home.
All right. Now
Were you guys actually waiting? I'm so sorry.
Oh my God! Didn't Daredevil come out this year?
2015.
2015?
Oh, Daredevil was mind blowing, dude. Holy crap!
They come out in 2015?
Yes.
Yeah, and so did Jessica Jones, but
Really?
I think season 1 was pretty solid. I think it's
But
alright.
Daredevil was like,
Yeah, that was the if I mean.
it's supposed to be a new form of superhero storytelling that I was not previously familiar with. My God, dude, 2015. Dude, Daredevil was so good. It's still like one of the better seasons. I'm sorry, Jesus Christ. I'm just blowing my mind how good. I remember I had so many great memories this year. Holy crap. Oh man, what a great year. Let's talk about Biorama.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah, I speak my language.
So, in 2015,
What did you do?
I sat on a fence.
I knew you were going to say you sat on something.
I sat on a boy. No.
Renzo made the rise of lyric.
Yep, I did. That was all me. No, in 2015, I ripped off a well-known series that I enjoyed quite a bit called Revive and Bionicle, which I also believe the second episode came out in 2015. If I believe so, I'm not quite sure. But it could have been filmed in 2014. Oh, wait, no, because the leaks. Never mind. But it came out, and I was a huge fan of that. And I said, hey, Cam, my brother, my little boy brother, would you like to make a series where we just filmed Bionicles? And it could be like a stupid like skit thing. And he was like, yeah, sure. So originally it was called Bionicles Adventures in Canada. And it was going to be a stupid series where one of the gags would be Liwa gets kicked in the ball joints. And his voice changes for the rest of the series. That's the only thing I remember about that series. Regardless, not a thing anymore. But instead we decided to make Revive and Bionicle. No, we did not decide to do that. We decided to make Biorama. And that became a weird chapter in our lives, which would become 3 seasons and a movie. And it's back now, I guess, which is weird. I don't like saying that. But it was this weird time where it was just a series that I sort of made for fun. It's just something that I wanted to make just to make it, you know? But it caught the attention of somebody, surprisingly. I wasn't expecting it to actually have caught the attention of anybody. It was very weird. It was a very, if you've seen the original first episode, it's not great. It's as stupid as all hell, but that's sort of the point. It's just supposed to be this dumb, jokey video, but it became something a little bit more, I guess. Folks, I'm about to get real pretentious with y'all.
Okay, let's do it.
It became the birth of the Haporiverse.
It did.
Gotcha.
Oh shoot!
2015 marks the start of the Haporiverse.
Canonically, I started everything. You owe it all to me.
Yes, we do, Renzo Mark.
I am the savior that you're not willing to give grace.
Renzo, we give you our grace.
Thank you.
So, Carl, how did you watch Biorama for the first time?
All right. So I remember that you uploaded either the first couple episodes overnight, and I came across them because of you on Instagram. Renzo was on Instagram, and that's how I originally found out about it. It wasn't his channel, but I remember finding the link to your channel in your bio.
Right.
With the name, I subscribed, and then I think that was July, and 2 months in September, I saw the first real episode of Biorama being uploaded, the challenge, and I remember waking up for school, having breakfast, and I was like, "This is actually pretty awesome. It's really cool." Because 13-year-old me or 14-year-old me thought that was pretty radical. I still think it is. So I was just blown away by it, and I was like, I really like this. And I remember commenting on it too. I don't know if the comment's still there now, but just saying I love this. And when you put episode 2, and like a few months later, I was able to talk to Renzo because Renzo was going to make an encoded Minecraft island. And I was like, I want to do it, but I don't have Minecraft on my iPad. Yeah, but I was able at least to interact and talk to him, and that was the first time. I even offered a freaking voice act, which
that's true.
I regret doing that now.
Why?
I sound like I was trying to. It was such a. I don't know. I was just asking something that I was so excited to ask you, but it was just way too soon. You know, I was like, just started talking to him, all of a sudden, like, you know.
Yeah, I get you. But it was crazy. It was really weird. You know, it's just bizarre because I don't think Biorama is very good, but I do think that it's just weird how it sort of kickstarted things. You know.
I don't know. I mean, it inspired me immensely. You know, it was just a fun thing to watch. So it was entertaining to me.
Well, I'm glad that it sort of did. You know, I'm happy that I am happy that it sort of spawned this idea and sort of created this weird thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It was just cool to finally start something which became my own because I had never had a series up to that point, and I always wanted to make one. And regardless of what you think of Biorama, or regardless of what I think about Biorama, it still came out, and it still is one of the series on my channel. It is advertised on my channel art, and it's not something it's not something I want to forget about because it's something that holds a lot of near and dear value to me since it's a stupid Bionicle series. And obviously I still make it. If I hated it with a passion, I wouldn't be doing it still, you know? So there's obviously some appreciation I have for it, even if it's stupid as all hell.
It's going to be 5 years old next year.
Don't ever mention that again. I'm good.
You're too old.
It makes me feel like an old man.
Oh, dude, I totally forgot something in 2014.
Another
amazing thing about the end of 2014, guess what?
What?
Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and 3DS came out.
I can't talk about it, but it was big, so I can say that.
I got it for the 3DS for Christmas. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
It was another great thing happening in 2014 at the end. Sorry.
That's crazy, man.
I love that game, and throughout 2015, I played that game. We got DLC. That was a big part of 2015. Was all this DLC nonsense.
Right. I can't relate.
Right.
Because.
What was the ultimate? All right. Overall. Also, 2015 ended with the leaks of the 2016 sets, and I love that those leaks. The sets looked really good, in my opinion.
Dude, oh my!
It was a very weird leak because we saw some old parts, and that was like, wait, what the hell is that? It was really bizarre. I remember I saw freaking like old armor pieces recolored. I remember looking at Pohatu and say, "That's not the final the color of the set, is it?" No, that's not. It's just the leak thing, right? They'll change that. Yeah, they'll change that. Little do I know.
That's what I said about Onua, and then they did change it, and he's a lot better.
Oh yeah, Onua. That's right. He was gold. He had a big gold chest plate. I forgot about that.
Tahu's shoulder pads were floating. That was weird.
That was. He didn't have they were like off of the piece. That was really bizarre.
I just remember looking at those leaks, and I remember being so worried they were going to screw up their masks because the 2015 masks are, I think, across the board pretty excellent.
Yes.
I even love Liwa's mask. And then I was really worried they were going to screw them up, but they didn't. Overall, I think they did a good job with the 2015 mask. And I was just relieved to see Tahu looked really good.
I was very, very happy that we were getting Umarak because I think Umarak looked awesome when I saw the leak.
Right.
Mask of Control was really cool to get. I was like, oh my god, there it is, right there.
Mask of Control was really cool, yeah.
That was like immediately what went to my brain. I was like, oh my god, that's the Mask of Control. My brain. I remember immediately being like, it doesn't look like that. It's a little bit different, and I realized how little I actually care in hindsight.
When the most disappointing moment of 2015 was realizing that Akimu was small. I think that's a good sign.
You were sad that Akimu was a small boy.
I thought he was gonna be huge, and then he was small.
Yeah, I was gonna buy another Kopaka and use the gold armor pieces to make a bigger Akimu.
I remember being like, "What? He's small?" That was funny.
That's funny.
And I love those 2016 leaks, and I really like the first wave of 2016. Actually, I'm a defender of it.
I like it too. I mean, I don't hate any Bionicle waves. I know that's not.
Goddamn Mari. Anyway,
I don't hate any of the G2 waves myself.
Oh, the later half of 2016. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
I don't mind it. Here we go. 2016.
Oh boy.
This was a big year for me, and a big year for the Hapori, and a big year for Bionicle.
Mm-hmm.
This should have been a terrible year. And I don't think it's as good as 2015. Not as good as 2015, but I think it actually ended up being a pretty solid year in my book.
Yeah.
Oh God. I went to high school this year, and that was insane. But I did, and I didn't know what to do, and I didn't have any friends. But I did really well in school. I'm talking like straight A's.
Wow.
Freshman year I did very well. And overall, so those first 2016 sets, I remember when I got them, I've got the photo of me actually. I sent it to you guys a little bit ago because my dad sent it to me. Yeah. And to Barnes & Noble, which is so weird, and I'm holding them in my arms like a goober.
Oh yeah, I know what picture you're talking about.
Yeah.
Love that picture.
It's a fun picture, and I was so happy. I looked like confused, but I was extremely happy to get those sets because I really liked them. And then I built them, and I got sick for some reason. But I still really like them overall, and I am a big fan of the 2016 first wave. I think they've got their issues, but they're really easy to fix type issues. And I love Tahu Uniter. I love him so much. I don't think he's better than Tahu Master, but I love him. I love Kopaka Uniter. I love Liwa Uniter. From his arms, just fix the arms, and he's fine. I even like Pohatu. I even like Onua. The only Uniter I didn't like was Gali.
Yeah, well, you know what? You're wrong. No. With the benefit of hindsight, I think that Pohatu isn't great. I think that Pohatu, Liwa, and Gali are the worst of them. Kopaka's a bit weird, but he's not terrible.
I actually love Kopaka.
Yeah, I don't mind him anymore. He was weird at first. I was like, why has he got weird like alien arms?
I guess what I liked about those sets, I guess the 2016 sets took a lot of big swings.
Right.
And I really appreciate that they did that.
That's true. There was a lot of
and the builds were much more complex, which I really liked about it. Like, they were custom builds. Half of them were custom builds, which I thought was really cool.
That's true.
Dude, those said, I think the way I describe that wave is it's got higher highs than 2015, but it's got lower lows than 2015.
Right.
So
You're right. They took a lot of chances with that, particularly, which was nice because
it was and I think that wave deserves a lot of respect because of that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's a very, very solid wave overall. It's not perfect by any means.
Nope.
Umarak's got gimp arms, but that's okay.
But Umarak's a good set. You're right. Umarak is a good set. He's so different.
Umarak's cool because he's not like okay, he's black in his color scheme, but he's not a generic just black and red villain. He actually has like green.
Right.
He looks like a moose, which is cool.
So guys, I'm gonna head out for a few minutes because it's gonna be the stroke of midnight, and I'm gonna scream for a minute. So
okay, we wish you a Merry Christmas from Beyond the Void.
Thank you, and Happy New Year because it's now 12 o'clock.
Oh, Happy New Year in the future.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year in the future.
Of the United States. So
Happy New Year for you, not me.
Yeah.
20. I got one thing. Real quick, what'd you think of the first wave of 2016?
The first part of 2016?
First wave.
I think it's excellent. I think it's really. I love the Uniters. I'm being really honest with you. I don't think they're as great as the Masters, but I just loved how they went with detail, like pieces that are more detailed. They really stick out that way. Oh my God!
Sorry. I heard y'all might tell me that it's not New Year's yet.
Well, I guess they're celebrating for me, I guess. I don't know. I think it's excellent. I like some of the creatures, like Guitar, he's got his problems. I like parts of Akita, but it's like you gotta put Akita on a stand, and Akita can look in the back. Oh, and I got a text message. Oh goodness. Holy cow.
You better get going, mate.
Yeah, I'll be back, all right? Oh my God.
Everyone's yelling at him. But I quite like the beginning half of 2016, I'll say. I think it was a very, very powerful beginning. 901? It's 901. Well, Okoto's 3 hours ahead of me, so right. It's.
So my parents convinced my younger siblings that it was New Year's an hour early, so that they would go to bed.
That's awesome.
So I ran up there and I'm like, guys, and they're like, shut up. But Okoto said he really liked 2016.
Yeah.
Won.
Yes.
Okay.
And I quite like the beginning half of 2016. I think it was a very solid continuation off of 2015.
I think it stayed good until August.
I'd say it was good until July.
My guy, but Civil War came out.
I know. I went to see it. But July, something happened in July.
What happened?
Journey to One came out.
Oh, okay. Well, but friggin' Civil War is way cooler than that. Civil War was amazing.
No. I'm not saying that. No, what do you know what came with? Never mind. We'll get into it.
What? The end?
Yeah.
That was early August. That was like August 1st.
Wasn't it July?
It was like end of July.
You're right. It was. Oh, the poster came out early July. That's right. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But my guy, before then, we got Civil War, Captain America: Civil War, which is one of, if not the best comic book movie ever made. It's incredible. That movie is insanely good.
Yeah.
Holy crap! That movie blew our consecutive minds. That movie was awesome.
I went to see it. This was the first MCU movie I went to see in theaters because
one more thing. They had the trailer for it after the Super Bowl. It must have been April or whatever. They had the trailer,
right.
The last trailer, and Spider-Man. They revealed Spider-Man,
mm-hmm.
and I cried man tears. I started bawling. I remember I knew the trailer was coming out that day, and I came home and I had Simmons school knowing he was out, and I came home and I got in the car with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched the trailer. I didn't know if Spider-Man was going to be in it because I clicked on him. I didn't know if he was going to be in it, so I watched the trailer. And then he shows up at the end, and I started crying. So that was so good. That was amazing. And the movie came out, and oh my god, the movie's amazing. The freaking holy shit, the movie was. I swore. The movie was really good.
Mm-hmm.
The fight scene in the middle, oh my god, is one of the best fight scenes of all time. But oh man, it was such a good movie. It was amazing. Doctor Strange came out before that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. It was Civil War. So I watched Ant-Man that year because I was on Netflix. I'm browsing, and I was like, you know what? I'll give this a shot. This Marvel thing is looking to be like a pretty big deal. And this was before the trailers were coming out for Civil War, so I didn't really know that it was happening.
Right.
So I watched it, and I quite enjoyed the first Ant-Man. I really like the character of Scott Lang. I always have. He's one of my favorite Marvel characters, which is why I'm so happy that he's in Endgame, as much as he is. And as important as he's become in this stupid universe.
Right.
But then I got really excited for Civil War all of a sudden out of the blue because Ant-Man was in it. And I was Team Cap because Ant-Man was on Team Cap.
I was Team Iron Man because Spider-Man was on Team Iron Man.
That's, see, it's justified. And I remember I was so excited. I was like, hey, guys, let's go see it for my birthday. That was the plan. Because I believe it came out in like April or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw it for like May 8th. That was my birthday. So okay. I saw it that weekend, and I was like, I got a bunch of friends with me to see it, and we were all on different teams, so we were all bickering about who was gonna win or whatever, which was not what the movie was, you know. Mm-hmm. Because that was a huge deal. People were like, "Oh, which team are you on?" It was a huge deal. But I remember before the movie came out, I saw the clip of Ant-Man getting pulled out of the van, and that is one of my favorite scenes from any Marvel movie ever.
It's really good
because he's a stupid idiot the whole time who doesn't know how to react.
Involving Ant-Man and his van is amazing.
He gets out of the van and he's all like hyper on caffeine or whatever. And he's like, "You're Captain America. I'm shaking your hand too long. Wow." And it's just that I love this idea of these big, serious, big-time guys recruiting this idiot who doesn't know what's happening. And he's like, "I may know a guy. I know. I have a suit. I know what's going on." And in the whole fight, he's like, "I believe this belongs to you, Captain America."
He's Captain America.
He's a dumb. Oh, I love him. He is so great.
So Spider-Man would debut in that movie.
Yes,
right?
That was a big deal too. That was a huge deal.
They introduced us to the best Spider-Man actor. They introduced us to the best Spider-Man portrayal and the best Spider-Man suit, all in one movie. Don't at me. Oh my God, Spider-Man in that movie is incredible. I was just smiling and I was profoundly euphoric when he was on screen. And he got to fight Captain America. Thank God. I'm so happy we have that. Jesus, it was so good. I was so sad when he left.
I know.
But it was okay because the rest of the movie was so good. That final fight is one of the best fight scenes in any Marvel movie. Him and Cap and Iron Man. Oh my God, that movie is so good. People praise it, but I seriously think it's underrated because it's seriously the best comic book film ever made. It's phenomenal. Now, I don't know, it was the first like event film.
Yeah, that's true. It was big.
Well, since Avengers, it was the first like real like new like widening the scopes film.
Right.
And not only that, but it felt the most like a comic book since the Avengers.
Right. It was a very Avengers like, or it was a very like Marvel like comic idea, you know, where it's this thing that wouldn't have really translated a couple years ago, but now that they figured their stuff out, they were like, all right, well now we're ready to get this thing out because people are invested in these characters in this universe.
Right.
So when these big events go down, they're like, all right, they got my boy the Russo bros on it, who are amazing. What?
I said they're awesome.
Yeah, they are my favorite current Marvel directors. Jon Favreau, I want him to be. Well, he was Iron Man 1, so. Mm-hmm. But he should be in more. You know, that's all I can say.
Next Avengers is Jon Favreau.
Let's do it. Let's get it happening. Let's make Chef 2 Avengers Edition. No, either way though, it was a really, really, really solid movie, and I was so happy that it came out. Because while I wasn't a huge Marvel guy like everyone else, I wasn't. Mm-hmm. At least this is what got me into the MCU. Well, Ant-Man technically got me into the MCU, but this is what kept me invested in the MCU. because it is such a. You're right. It's such an event. It feels like so large scale, and it was so dramatic too. Like the final battle is one of my favorite fights in a long time. It feels so like aggressive. There's so.
It's actually emotional.
Yeah, that's true. Because you're invested, because you know both sides of the story and you care for both sides.
Yep.
And it's the stakes of, oh my god, what's gonna happen? And this powerful ending.
Ghost Rider technically is in the MCU and Agents of Shield, but anyway. I agree. Let's get a Ghost Rider movie or like Disney Plus. That'd be awesome.
Right.
So yeah, that movie was profound. This was also the year, like later half of 2015 to this year, I really became a big comic, not just comic book fan. I have been one, but a big movie fan.
Mm-hmm.
This is when the cinephile tendency started to happen. Like,
oh boy,
I was a big fan when I started checking Rotten Tomatoes. That was like later half of 2015. This year's really when I was like, I am a movie guy, right?
Right.
And this is. You know, I'd always knew I wanted to make movies since, like, I think it was 2015, but mostly 2016, I was like, all right, this is what I'm doing. Going into high school, I knew. And, yeah, it was just an amazing movie. Doctor Strange was really fun, too. There was also, we're on 2016 right now. There was also a lot of really bad movies that I had a lot of fun hating on this year, like Batman vs. Superman, Suicide Squad. I just really enjoyed hating these movies.
God, I went to the theaters to watch Suicide Squad, dude.
Me too.
I watched it with my best friend. We went to the theaters. I fell asleep and he shoved popcorn up my nose. That was the highlight of that movie, is that I legitimately like passed out. Not even because I was tired, because I was so bored because I didn't know what was happening. I didn't care about any of these stupid characters.
Right.
And for some reason, I bought a stupid Joker shirt afterwards with the damage tattoo on the forehead.
The worst person runs.
I am, legitimately.
But that was great. And then Captain America Civil War started the Infinity War story arc for the most part. Like it really kicked into gear.
Oh yeah.
The event apart and all that.
Yeah.
Overall, great year. Rogue One came out. And I was okay.
Rogue One, there's not much to talk about. It's Rogue One.
But some people really like it.
I know.
So, yeah, but overall, really good year. And then we hit Journey to One.
So, here we go.
He didn't see Avengers in theaters, but he did see After Earth and Suicide Squad in theaters.
I know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. I'm what you call a casual cashmere.
So, I'm going to say my perspective because I think Okoto should be here to talk about it with you because you guys stayed up all night to watch it.
Yeah, this is a legend. You're right.
That was Journey to Fun. Additionally, around this time period is when I started thinking about Camilio. I hadn't made him yet, but I started developing him.
I am very happy you said Camilio. Jesus Christ.
What?
My brain went really dark there for a second. Oh my God. I will tell you later.
Oh my God. Jesus. All right.
I'm so sorry.
I don't know what that's about. But like the early works of Camilio,
right.
Started having like the ideas. I started my first job. Journey to One. So we'll talk about that afterwards because you guys. I want to wait for Okoto because you guys did Journey to Fun and all that. Journey to One Part 1 was okay. It wasn't very good.
Looking back in hindsight, Journey was not good. However, when it came out, it was really cool because there was nothing kind of like it. We didn't have anything like this, you know.
Right.
We didn't have like Bionicle. Well, we had Bionicle movies, but we didn't have Bionicle shows, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought the art style and animation were good, but I think the art style is good. I do not think the animation is good.
I agree.
I really like when they did like effects, they would do 2D stuff. I really kind of like that.
Yeah, but then like the way they moved was wonky.
No, it was super awkward. They did a really like all the characters are.
See, I haven't watched it in like 2 years, so I don't remember.
You should check it out. It's still on Netflix.
But it wasn't great. So the Bionicle fandom, there were rumors that the marketing budget was cut,
right?
And then there was like other stuff like that.
Yes.
And there was rumblings We got these cool shows. We got to see Makuta with the Mask of Ultimate Power. I was a denier. I made a video called "Why Bionicle Isn't Ending in 2016."
Yep.
Which was the dumbest decision I ever made. Luckily, people didn't recognize that. This is when I really became involved in the Bionicle community.
That's right. You were a big man.
I got on the TTP message boards, and I was in.
You were inside, bro.
I was like, finally, my entrance into the community. ThatchMac. Most of you have probably the earliest people that have heard of me was from 2016 on the TTP message boards. There aren't too many people left who do that, who do remember me. Anyway, here's the deal. So, things were funky, right? So we were waiting, and I remember I woke up really early to watch Journey to One, the new season.
Yeah.
I watched it, and the Toa killed themselves,
yeah.
and it's at the end. And I sat there with no announcement yet, while on the boards, sitting there, profoundly confused.
Yes.
Waiting for something to happen on the boards, messaging. I remember the boards were freaking out. Everyone's like, "What the hell is happening?" You know, everyone was just so confused, and it was just weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I remember there was like that hour and a half before everyone knew was just confusion and despair, and then it got announced that it was over and there was going to be no more sets. And it was just, honestly, it was really depressing. And I remember being like, it was a real big bummer.
Absolutely. It was like if Hitler came back to life and punched you in the stomach.
Definitely not like anything like that.
It was, I swear to God. Jesus. Okoto!
So until Okoto comes here, I'm going to talk about a few other things, right?
Wait, I thought that was Okoto just now, beeping on the horn.
I wish. That was me.
You idiot.
Before Okoto comes here, I'm going to talk a few things. After Bionicle ended, so my channel was sort of becoming a thing. I was making more videos. They were becoming higher quality. Around the time Bionicle was ending, and then it ended. And then after that, I started making the Hero Factory versus Bionicle videos. Which I hate those videos because I don't think they're well made, and I hate the reaction because I swear to God, they became really popular, and I still get comments every single day.
To this day.
To this day, not every single day, but to this day, the comments are like, that are either "no shit, I'm lying" or something like that.
Right.
And then they will suggest the next fight, and it's like these videos have been over for 3-4 years now. And honestly, I'm very tempted to make those videos for kids and monetize them, just so I don't need to see any more comments.
Right.
That'd be a win-win. I get to make money off it, and we can see comment. I don't know. I probably won't do that, but I made those videos. People liked them. They became really popular, and then around that time is when I invented Camilio. I think he was August or October. That's versus the versus videos. I know those videos are. I hate those things because now I think they're. Do you want my bone marrow? What the heck?
This guy's talking about how much I'm worth $60 million worth in bone marrow. Because he says you're talking a lot of shit for someone with $60 million worth of bone marrow in you.
Okay.
I'm trying to break this down. I'm trying to get to the root of the problem here.
That's funny.
Continue, my friend.
So, yeah, that was it was, but because I started working on that, I really don't want to get too much into this because Okoto needs to get his butt over here.
He does. This is
what
he does. This is horrifying.
You want to talk about what happened with you, or what do you want to do?
I didn't have much perspective, dude. I was hyped for Journey to One. I was rocking high. Oh, we didn't even talk about these new sets, so let's talk about them.
Oh yeah, the Beasts.
The Beasts are probably the weakest wave.
Yeah.
But listen, I am a defender of the big fat idiot himself because I think he is just a big fat dumb idiot.
Overrated. He's such an awkward set.
He is awkward, but I like how dumb and stupid he is.
I don't know why.
Because he's dumb and stupid.
He wasn't even that tall. He really wasn't even that tall.
He was the biggest G2 set.
But he wasn't that tall.
He wasn't that tall, but he was the biggest one.
So my opinion on those sets, I remember when Elites came out, I was like profoundly disappointed. I was like, seriously, this is the set? I remember just being like, are you kidding me? And I remember being like, there's no mask of ultimate power.
Oh, that was super disappointing.
These beast things look pretty terrible. Ikimu didn't look all that great.
See, you were more critical than I was, because I was still excited to get some boys.
Well, he didn't have any printing on his chest, and I was like, what the hell?
Ikimu didn't have printing on his chest?
In the initial leaks, he did not.
That's frigged. So I guess they never usually did in the initial leaks. I guess that was never.
No. And when I got the set, I was very thankful that he did have printing. I was like, that really helps.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So he's doing ended up being a lot better. He's probably the best figure.
Isn't Umarak the Hunter technically taller than Destroyer? I don't think so. No.
No. Destroyer's probably tall.
Oh, he is. He's a large lad. He's not that large, but he's still large.
Yeah. So I thought that was an okay wave. They don't have as much charm as.
Right.
I was really ticked off that they made the new head mold in like orange,
right?
In trans neon yellow or green or whatever, and then they didn't make the brain stock the smaller one in that. It's like, just why would you mold the head in that and just mold the brain stock and keep the head the same? It was so dumb. I was like, why would they felt like what they were, and it seemed like really rushed. To like. Wait.
What do you mean? What they didn't? So they molded
the shorter eye stock.
They did do that. Wait, no, they didn't. You're right. No, because all the Toa had blue eyes. You're right. My bad.
Yep, and then the Beast had the longer eye stock, but they had a trans head.
That's true.
It's a waste of a new recolor.
They also
It should have been inverted. Anyway.
It's true. It was weird. It definitely felt like the scraps of G2. There was some neat things. They introduced that crystal piece, which is probably the most useless piece ever.
I like the crystal piece.
It's a nice piece, but I don't see very many people actually use it. It's a shame. The molar piece, as people call it. I just like it. I want to use it like for some idiot's teeth at one point. I've never find it super easy to work with, but that's just because I'm hindered by my own creative abilities.
I'm surprised. I actually use it a lot. It's really weird.
I don't like Storm Beast. He is gimpy.
I like his function quite a bit.
I do. He is a little gimpy. His arms are kind of stupid looking. But it's a very easy fix. It's nothing worth.
I like him, and I really like Lava Beast.
Yeah, those are the best ones. Quake Beast is dumb.
Quake Beast is bad.
He's a stupid Nimrod.
I was like, he's just. I don't know. I was just really disappointed.
Yeah, as a follow-up to Umarak the Hunter, I don't think he does a great job. But as his own thing, I don't mind him. Again, I don't think the color scheme is as good. I don't think the set is as good. There are a few things I like about him, though. I'm not going to lie to myself. I think it's just definitely the fact that he's this big dumb.
It's sad that I think that Gil was like the coolest set out of the last.
He's cool. He was a nice little build. All right, he was. Neat.
I like Gil quite a bit.
And plus, he can just
also,
fit on.
They had that weird cape thing.
Oh yeah, that came out.
Which I never got, but I wanted to get because it was kind of cool, but it was weird. That was weird.
I did too. It was really weird. They also had remember that promo in the magazine where you could buy that stupid scorpion thing?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Everyone was like, oh man, is that the creature of shadow? Like, no, it's not. It's just a stupid friggin'.
Well, I think that a lot of the parts with those new figures were good.
There were some neat parts. I really liked the fact that these crazy monsters. I'm sad that they had those dumb masks that didn't have any point in the story.
Right, and also they chose the worst color combinations ever.
Yes.
Onua looked okay, and then the Tahu one was it was kind of ugly, but it was passable.
Tahu's one is fine if you know how to work with it.
Right, but it's hard to work around. And then the stupid Kopaka one is just terrible.
Yeah.
That mask, it's so ugly. It looks sickly. Why?
You guys want to see that? Look at that.
The best mask recolor, I don't even like the Mask of Control, the new one. That one's gross. The best new mask was the recolor of Umarak's mask. That's a pretty cool piece.
It is a cool piece. I like that because I used that for a Biorama character. which is kind of neat.
Actually, I got a good story about that promotional Culta mask. I've got like 3 or 4 of those things because I kept winning them from.
The gold one.
Yeah, the gold one.
Right. Okay.
I kept winning those things. Hey, it's 4 3 2 1.
Hello, man.
I kept winning those gold Culta masks from what are they called? BZ Power.
Right.
They're live streams. I got like 3 or 4 of them.
Dang, man. What was it, like trivia or something?
Yeah. Nobody watched the streams. It was really hard to get it.
Oh,
it was
really?
really easy to get. It was really easy because no one was there.
I was gonna say that doesn't make sense.
No, it was super easy, so I got like 1 million of them.
Wow. I've always wanted one.
At this point, it was like, you know the drill. Send me another one of the things, and then I think he put a limit on how many you can win because I got some.
That's probably why you never got another one.
Right.
Yeah, but it was really neat. It was this weird era where Bionicle felt like it was just ramping up to this big final battle. That was kind of like, oh boy, we're gonna get something great.
2017 looked so promising.
Because when you look at 2017, it does not look like it is the end. It looks like, well, it kind of does, but it looks like this big battle, this big crazy battle before the real final battle.
Well, 2017 is like, it was supposed to be the ending of their 3-part arc here.
Yes,
and
we were supposed to.
It, and I just wish that they would have done that last year and then been not done with it. You know, I don't know.
Even a last wave. You know, even one more
just
wave.
One wave would have been nice.
One wave with Makuta and then whatever else they want to throw in. You know, Makuta with the Mask of Ultimate Power. That's what I.
Honestly, all we needed was that a new wave, new version of. I really wanted a 3rd version of Tor really bad, and I was really disappointed.
It would have been interesting. I think a lot of people say it would have been repetitive.
I think they would have tried new things again, and I think that those first 2016 and 2015 Toa were just so good that I was like, just give me one more wave so we can have.
I would have liked. I feel like they would have done like the best of both worlds. I think they would have gone crazy and just implemented all the ideas that they learned. It's really upsetting that never happened, and now we're left with this just blank canvas of what would be. There's a lot of cool ideas that people can come up with, but it doesn't matter because it's not. Yeah.
Okoto, are you back?
No, he would have said something.
I am.
Oh my God, he's back! What the hell?
Because he unmuted. Oh, here he is.
Oh, hello, Okoto.
Hey.
Feliz Navidad, my friend.
Feliz Navidad.
How does 2020 look?
How's 2020?
Pretty great. I got to put off fireworks.
Oh, heck yeah, dude.
Okoto,
are you guys in 2017?
No, we're talking about Journey to 1. We're going to get in 2017, but we're waiting for you to talk about Journey to Fun and then watching Journey to 1.
This is a journey, my friends.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Oh, man. All right.
So here we go, right? Okoto and I were resident boys this year. We were becoming good friends, you know? And first of all, I didn't mention at the very end of 2015, I had been visiting my grandma's, which funnily enough, is where I'm currently living right now. I'm actually living in the same place. I'm living in the same location that I used to visit. And I went to Toys R Us before Christmas, like December 24th or something like that, or 23rd. Yeah, December 23rd. And I went to Toys R Us, and I wasn't expecting anything. I went to the Lego section. All the 2016 sets were there. And I lost my mind, and I was like, oh my God, they have them all. And I was already planning a huge Lego, huge Lego haul, like huge, in 2016 with my grandma. But at this time I was like, okay, I'm definitely getting one. So I was like, Mom, can I please get one of these? And she's like, well, no, it's Christmas, Braden. I'm like, Mom, I need this. my veins were pumping. I was like, all right. She's like, well, maybe after Christmas if you get money or whatever. And I was like, okay. So I waited after Christmas. I begged my mom every day if we could go to Toys R Us after Christmas. We went on the 27th, and I bought Pohatsu for some reason. Pohatsu and Kitar. Don't know why. It was because I wanted a bite size treatment because I didn't want to spend $25 on the big Toa. I wanted to spend $20 on the small Toa, which for those it's a little different over there. I think what is it?
15, 20.
15 and 20, right? So I wanted to get a small sample of a protector and a creature and a Toa. And Pohatu is one of the weirder ones, I think. He is so bizarre. He's weird. I don't know.
I like him actually quite a bit, but oh well.
I know. It's just I never really liked his colors. Never really a fan of that personally.
I guess they never bothered me because they were both some shade of brown. And I don't know.
I guess I immediately that always turned me off. But anyways, Kitara is a weird gimp.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say, he said, "Holy crap, y'all still going? We're going until New Year's, my dude." So
we're gonna try anyways.
We're gonna go through again. It's a decade review, so
it's already 9:30 for me, so we're getting closer. And it's only
till New Year's.
It's only been 2.5 hours. Is it already? Is it?
Fine, come on.
Anyways, my brain is starting to melt now. Where was I? Oh yeah. Journey to Fun. So, anyways, that's my connection. That's my little story. I bought the sets early, and Okoto and I we're good friends right now, right? So we're like, okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna live stream. Okoto was the live streamer back then. I live stream more than he does now, but Okoto used to live stream a lot back then. So I was like, okay, here's what we should do. We should stream, or I think it was Okoto's. I don't remember whose idea it was. I think it was yours, but you were like, okay, let's stream Journey our wait to Journey to One up night. And I think, did you build Makuta or no? No, you didn't build Makuta.
No, that was
another one.
Yeah,
right.
I didn't have the separate sets.
Right. But so yeah, we were waiting and we were having a good time. We were just waiting. We were playing Bionicle games and watching old episodes or whatever. It was just a solid time. And we were having good, and this is where we met Kasai, because Kasai was on the stream and he was talking to us, and I thought he was weird. He asked me to check one of his mock reviews out, and I watched 2 seconds of it, and I thought it looked terrible, and I was like, yeah, good job, man. And then he was like, watch the rest of the video, and the rest of the video was a much better mock, and I was like, okay. So we waited all night. I think, what was it? Was it like 3 a.m. for you?
Yep, it was. I went to bed at 5 o'clock in the morning. I stayed all night.
Yes.
To watch.
We stayed up, and I remember when it came out on Netflix, we were both like, oh my God, we got to go watch it. And we ended the stream. And when these last episodes aired, we didn't know how to feel. We were like, what the hell was that? You know?
Yeah. And we had a response to each other at the same time.
Yes. We were like, what? We were very, very confused.
So we didn't know until the next morning.
Yeah, and then like Thatch said he woke up and then he waited. He stared at the TTV message boards. He was like there. He was like waiting.
Everyone was like panicking.
Right. Everyone. You were on the inside. You were watching everyone freak out. But what happened was it was really early in the morning, so I fell asleep. And then I woke up to the news of Bionicle getting canceled. And that was probably the worst thing that could have happened. Because can you imagine just waking up to that? Like, you already stay up too late for this show that's kind of not great anyways. You get this crappy ending that is really bad. And it is a terrible, it's such a bad ending. Like, holy crap.
It's awful.
They were like, oh, we can't come up with anything better. Ugh.
They don't kill themselves, mass suicide.
They kill themselves, but they can come back whenever they want. There's no point. What is the point? It would have been easier to just have
change nothing.
It would have been easier just to have them stay. What is the point of getting rid of them? It's needlessly complicated. And regardless, though, woke up to the news of Bionicle G2 getting canceled. That was a really slow burn that ruined that entire day because it felt stagnant. It felt like time had froze. Nothing was moving. Everything was just like, okay, well, this was my life for the past bit here. And now what the hell am I doing anymore? You know? I made a really dumb video where I was like, hey guys, Bionicle is gone. Oh my God. But it was. Everyone made a video like that because it was such a huge deal, you know?
I mean, no one was really expecting that to be so abrupt.
It was so abrupt. There's no warning. It felt like a friggin'...
No. Yeah, they should have had some kind of disclaimer or warning.
They should have announced it before during the World
Yes, absolutely.
Right. Should have had that announcement that they put on the website saying that it came.
It felt rude.
it's-
It felt like a troll. Like it felt like they
Right.
were like purposely waiting for it to come out to be like, "Hey guys." I mean, they were like, "Okay, this will be a good way to announce that it's over." But it feels mean. It feels like an evil trick.
They just dropped the ball on it so hard.
It was so upsetting. I was so let down by this. And like I said, it ruined my whole day.
It's really good with like the comic books and everything in the books. The third book is really good. Like
the second graphic novel was really neat because it was like lore and stuff.
And the third book with like
the third book was good because it was its own
really
story.
Yeah, it built a different part of the world too for Kodo, and
they developed character. They had them. They filled out some gap between the timeline. It made it feel more consequential. It actually felt like things were starting to get developed, and then it was gone. And
I fully believe that if Generation 2 would have gone on at the pace of developing the story it could have, then in a few years it could have had a really good story.
Yes, I agree.
Because they just started off as soon as it was ramping up, it was like.
It's because they had this whole story Bible full of ideas, and they did the bare minimum to explore any of it.
I'm sure they had some really good ideas,
yes.
And then
they didn't have time. They were just like, the Toa, maybe they came from the Temple of Creation. I don't know. Maybe they did. Prophecy. They had a plate. They had a bunch of dishes in their hands, and they awkwardly dropped them on the floor. Like, oh, you got to clean up this mess now. I'm going.
Right, and they had this whole like G1 connection thing going on with the Masters of Time.
That's true.
Oh God.
There was things there, and obviously, if the theme is failing or whatever, obviously. It's they gotta cancel it. That's not something
it seems, I don't know.
But the way they went about it is going to forever hurt me a little bit because, anyways, that basically soured the rest of that year. In a way, it were some good bits still. I will admit because we met a lot.
I still contend overall it was a really good year because of what happened after that.
Right.
This is more for me personally.
Right.
But right after that, I invented Camelio.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as that happened, as soon as I invented, like everything just the bottom and like all of a sudden ThatchMac became a thing, and I met you guys.
Yes.
I knew the end of that year. I remember that. That was crazy.
You were. I didn't know you when the Kasai and you made the Christmas special, and I watched the Christmas special, and I was like, "Whoa, this is pretty cool. I like this dude's stuff."
Right. So we made the Christmas. I met Kasai. We worked together to make a Christmas special. Right. That was the first Christmas special that year. But actually, in 2014, I made one, and then 2015, I made one. But they were like I was a little kid. And I didn't really know what I was doing. They're not comprehensible. But I had always done that. Actually, this year was the first year I didn't have a Christmas special.
Oh wow.
Last few years. But we made the Christmas special, which really blew everything up. I got a lot of attention from that, and like. It was really cool because now I was working on Chronicle, but I mean, who cares? That's so inconsequential at this point. But it was like, I don't know. It was like everything got kicked into overdrive, and now all of a sudden, like the path I'm on now was started there, and that really got me in a good mood. I uploaded that Christmas special. That Christmas was really fun. Overall, I think Renzo's hiding in the corner. Overall, that ending of the year really saved it for me because that was so awesome. Just doing that and getting a name and everything and all that was just really cool for me. I made sure with Sweet, all these cool things and everything like that. By the way, Camelio was 14 years old when he appeared in Makuta versus Witch Doctor.
That's insane.
It's kind of weird to think about. Particularly the first time I started he's 14 years old. Yeah. But that was really good for me. And I met you guys, which was awesome. And now I had a creative path. And when Bionicle ended, what I did is I just sort of jumped right into this unique story, and it was really fun.
I agree, man. It was really, really neato.
Yeah.
It's so cool because this was it was really, what started as an awful thing became something better, which was nice. I think
it was meant to happen, I think.
Right.
If we would have been Daps the same or Kasai or anyone else, Bionicle was never canceled. So
right.
I thought when that happened, that was really it. I was like, I guess it's gonna wrap up sometime soon. But no.
HL was started in 2016, right?
Yeah, it was a month
I thought it started in
canceled
2015.
I started it, so
Oh,
yeah, that was a rough spot. I didn't know what the heck to do. I was like, am I even motivated enough to do it? And yeah, I still did it. So
yeah.
Right.
So HL started, Bottom started technically.
same year.
Okoto,
even though
you're the master of remembering things.
Oh,
Do you did Biorama season 1 finish in 2016? I feel like it did, but if it didn't,
yeah, it did.
Okay.
Our season 2 started
in 2016
Yeah.
too?
in 2016 because
Oh, okay.
the season 2 wrapped up in the beginning of January 2017.
Right.
And the movie came out in April.
That's true. That's crazy.
Yes, I made the first Christmas special when I was 14 years old. So
That's crazy, man.
it's weird. I look back at that video. I don't really like it, but I don't know. I was pretty good for a 14-year-old, I guess. So let's get into 2017.
All right.
Because 2017 was a baller year, my dudes.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite years in the decade. My
It was
God.
a big boy year.
It was a really good year. I'm really curious to see what you guys think of 2019. We'll get into that. But I thought that 2017 was a really solid year. Do you agree, Renzo?
Overall, I do.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Oh, well, I think it's, here's the thing. I actually think it's a little bit mixed for me. Because I don't think it was a magnificent year, surprisingly. However, I do think it was a pretty great year. But it didn't have the same magic that 2015 or 2016 had.
Okay.
For me, but 2017.
Well, there's a lot of things that happened for me and Okoto that are more special to us personally,
Right.
that I think kind of separate that.
Right.
And also especially for me. So 2017 for me was an incredible year. We'll see how I feel at the end of this, but it might be as good as 2015 or at least on par or maybe slightly less. It's definitely better than 2016 for me. Like, holy crap, that year had a lot of magic for me personally.
Right.
School was still going well. Oh God, there was so much that happened. So Fauno came out early 2017.
Right.
Came out about the first episode. Fauno 1 came out at about February, right? That's when the first episode came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the episode 1 did. Yeah.
Yep, in February. And it was just such on a whim. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to make a video. So I wrote a script in like 20 minutes, and I printed it out. And I went and I filmed a video, and I made it. And it didn't have a whole lot going on, but I really enjoyed making it. And it's that goofy first Bottom episode now. But that got me started. And then the year I think I, as a creator, progressed a lot in 2017. I think I really grew.
Right.
And Bottom started, and we got like, Bottom 3 came out in 2017, and the Christmas special, and overall 2017 and the Halloween special. Overall, it was just a really good year for me, 2017. Not only that, but Spider-Man Homecoming came out, which was amazing.
Right.
Spider-Man was awesome. That was a huge highlight for me.
What else came out in 2017?
I'm looking that up right now.
Well, there's another Marvel movie, right?
Thor Ragnarok. No.
Oh, and Guardians?
Yeah, and Guardians.
Oh, right. Okay. I was trying to remember because I went to see I didn't see Thor Ragnarok in theaters, but I did see Guardians and Spider-Man in theaters, and that was very cool.
Yeah, I saw all of them in theaters, and they were awesome. Logan came out that year.
Oh.
Logan was amazing.
Logan.
Blade Runner 2049 I didn't really like, but other people did. Lego movie, like a Batman movie, I mean.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what the H?
It's weird. The first that It movie came out.
Oh, yeah.
Shape of Water was really good. Kong Skull Island I actually quite liked. Didn't love it, but I liked it. I know Okoto really likes it.
I like it.
Mother came out, which was awful.
Don't talk about it.
Captain Underpants came out.
Yeah!
It was a pretty solid year for movies, mainly because Homecoming was just so good.
Oh my God. My favorite movie of that year.
What was the favorite movie of the year? Yeah, I think Homecoming was my favorite movie of the year too. Homecoming was amazing. Like I said, I just really got going. Bottom was started, and I don't know, for me, and school was going well. Overall, it was just a really optimistic, fun year for me, and I really liked 2017. Last Jedi came out, but it feels more like a 2018 movie for some reason.
It does because it came out so late, I think.
Right. And all the discourse was in.
And that it was so late, and the discussion on it was so long that's why it feels so like.
It feels like a 2018 thing.
Yes. Yeah. You know what? This was a big year. This was a lot happened.
And our boy Togeki just mentioned, the Switch came out this year.
Yes. Oh my God.
It was amazing, and the Switch is one of my favorite game consoles now. Switch was in the announcement trailer for it was actually really good, which was shocking because all Nintendo sucked with their marketing, and then they did the announcement trailer for the Switch, and it was damn good. It was whoa, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
and it was really awesome, dude. Overall, it was I thought it was a pretty fantastic year. I really liked. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It's really neat that this came out and was so. Yeah, I didn't get into the Switch until much later. I didn't really know too much about it. It was just the new console that was really starting to blow up. So I got it that Christmas actually, which was so neat.
Right.
I haven't really gotten. It's rare that I actually get a console on the year that it releases. So that was really nice.
Right.
And with it, I got one of my favorite Switch games, but I'll talk about that a bit later. This year was the year of the Hapori, folks.
Yes, it was.
This was the Hapori year. We invented the United Hapori, which took us literally 28 minutes to figure out that name. What the frick should we call it?
Right, big old hippo.
And we decided on hippo because it meant something in Maori. I don't even freaking know.
Right.
I think it meant family.
Probably.
It does. It means community, actually.
Oh, that's good.
So, guess what else happened in 2017? My first year of Brook Fair.
Oh, yes. Yes.
That was so damn cool, dude. That was so cool. Oh, my God. That was amazing. I loved it. Oh, man. Just a great... And then Okoto missed it by a day because he didn't realize he lived.
Oh my God! Yeah, that was the worst thing that probably happened that year.
I love how that's the worst thing now. That's.
Thank God I went these past 2 years because holy cow! I recommend that anyone going to Break Fair, whether your friends are going or not, it's still a wonderful experience.
I'd really. Oh yeah.
I really wish you could go, Renzo, but I know that's just super unreal.
Yeah, it is.
But I don't know, maybe one day in 5 years or something, when you're rich and famous.
When I make $1 million off my videos.
So anyway, I thought 2017 was that Brick Fair really made the year. So did Homecoming. I saw Homecoming 3 times. I saw it at Brick Fair, which created the tradition of seeing the new Marvel movie at Brick Fair every year.
Wow.
But that was, oh my God, I went to Washington and that was funny because Homecoming came out that year. I remember freaking out at the Washington Monument that's where Spider-Man was, you know? Dude, oh my God. It was such a fun year. It was really great. It was just with Fathom, and then I made the Christmas special and Ghosty and Halloween special, and dude, it was just a really solid year, my dudes. And the Hapori, like you said, I finally felt like I belonged somewhere. It was just, man, really good year, my mans.
We had this group of Goombas that I could rely on whenever I needed something done.
Right, yeah.
Biorama got worse this year.
No.
Biorama Season 3 was a disaster. Listen, Okoto, don't be a little troll, all right?
A little troll.
Don't be a little troll. Biorama Season 3 was rushed and very lazy. I started running out of ideas. It became really obnoxious towards the end of it, and I was basically just freaking. It was just.
I gotta whiz real quick. Give me a sec. And that's gonna be the New Year in 10 minutes for me.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it was this really weird feeling of just I didn't really know what I was doing anymore. I even tried to come up with a concept for the season, and I just had no idea. So I just pushed something out. It was pretty lame. I don't like it. There were some good things that came out of it, though. I will say, I think the episode where he meets Kierman is pretty decent. I like that one quite a lot. And I appreciate Okoto's involvement in that. I know I specifically did that because I knew Okoto was going to like that. That's why I did it.
Literally, a good freaking dude was in there, so.
I did it because I wanted to be like, well, Okoto watches Biorama. He's one of the few Biorama fans. So I was like, well, I want to give him something like that. And in the end, I think that it was kind of cool, but it wasn't ideal. It was weird, you know. It was this very bizarre thing that, and Biorama became really complicated this time too. Like there was ghosts and demons and friggin' the pits was a big thing, and then freaking oh my god, like I don't even know, man. There was like the Makuta like came back to life for some reason. No, Makuta was just some like weird ghost guy hanging out with everyone for some reason. I don't even know why. It's so weird. It was so strange, but
yeah.
It didn't end this year, but it you know, I was like, okay. And I also debated canceling it early. And I'm glad I didn't do that because I'm glad that I gave it some kind of ending because if I didn't, I would regret it so hard. And I want to thank these guys for supporting me and not to cancel it. And now I'm working on it again, which is so weird. If you told my 2017 self that I was going to do more Biorama in the future, I would have said, hell no. What are you freaking talking about?
I mean, we got good stuff coming, so yeah.
Yeah. However, while Biorama dragged along this year, I started something new. The Renzo Show. No.
Yeah.
I started Renzo, which started off as a dumb, stupid sci-fi series and has ended as a dumb, stupid sci-fi series. And this was because everyone was like, "Oh, you should make a series, Renzo. You should tell
about Renzo.
What?
You should make a series about Renzo."
Yeah, and I was like, well, I didn't even know what personality I wanted at first. I was like, well, what's Renzo's deal? Who is he as a human being?
But it ended up working out pretty well.
And yeah, I think overall the first couple episodes of Renzo are pretty rocky. They're not great by any means. They're just kind of experiments. But also, this was really neat because at this time, Thatch started working on a crossover between him and Renzo.
Yes.
And this was so neato.
Tomorrow War started, and we started like the first big crossover. Oh, 3.5 that came out. I love 3.5. Yeah, Tomorrow War started this year. I had a vision, and I was like, I want Renzo in it. I want time travel in it, and this is my time travel story. And then I'm done with time travel, and this is the middle act of this Bottom saga called Shenanigan's first act, middle act, and this is kind of the plan I had going. And I got Renzo in because I loved Renzo, and I knew Renzo had potential. And then I realized that potential. Renzo season 1 is incredibly solid and very satisfying when you think about it. It's something you can be proud of, you know. Yeah, man, it was awesome. That crossover happened. That was so much fun. We had the trailer, which was really cool. Yeah, that was awesome.
It was a great time to be a Bionicle content fan like myself. I was getting just as hyped as anyone else for these Fodom episodes. I was like, here it comes. And it was my big involvement, you know, and being a part of something like Fodom 6 was really neat. Fodom 6 didn't come out this year, but
nope. We'll get into that.
Right. But it was still a big part of it. Was, you know, the development of Fodom 6 was something that was very, very big.
Helen.
And yes.
So yeah, that was an interesting time. 2017 overall, really solid year.
Yes, I agree.
Overall, I don't think it was as good as 2015, but it's very close. You know.
Right.
It's right there. You know what I mean?
Right. I agree. You know what? Looking back on it, 2017 was quite a solid year.
Yeah, really liked it.
I haven't touched upon it, but overall, this was like around the time that I just gotten into like Ninjago or whatever. So I was just starting to get into that sort of era. And Ninjago wasn't great in 2017, but we did get the movie. That was kind of neat.
I like the movie, even though everyone else hates it.
Did we get the movie in 2017? Yeah, we did. Okay. Movie's cool. It's the weakest Lego movie, but it's still cool. Like it's still fine in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But regardless, again, I think that overall, I think that they were really pushing hard. The Switch came out with 2 amazing games right off the bat. Holy crap.
Yeah.
What a stellar opening year, It's amazing that we got one of the best Mario games in 2017.
Yeah.
And then one of the best Legend of Zelda games in 2017. It's really scary to me how they managed to pull that off.
Yeah, the Switch came out. They didn't just come out swinging. The Switch came out ducked in and clad in knight armor with dual chainsaws.
With a big stick.
Yeah, they came out massacring. That was one of the most successful console launches of the decade, I think.
Yes.
Like, holy crap. They nailed it. They really just nailed it. It's so crazy because the Wii U was such a flop. The Switch, they just nailed. It was insane. So, yeah.
I'm fully convinced that they spent half of the Wii U's lifespan just planning their comeback for the Switch. I'm fully convinced that they were just like, all right, well, we got to make the Switch the best thing ever. And they did. I think they did a pretty dang good job with it because the Switch games are big. But regardless, though, I don't honestly, besides 2018, I don't think there's been as big of a year for the Switch.
Well, it's only had 3 years.
I know. And I'm really hoping for the next 2017. I'm really waiting for it.
This year wasn't bad. We got Luigi's Mansion.
This year was pretty close. Right. And the end of 2018 was pretty great, too, for obvious reasons.
We'll get into that.
Yes. But either way, 2017 was very, very solid. I was a big fan of it. Right. Things were chugging along. We were getting Star Wars sets still. Things were, interesting.
It came out that everyone loved at first, and I thought it was okay, and then I still think it's okay, and everyone hates it now. So
that's right.
That's what happened.
People hate this movie.
People loved that movie when it first came out, though. It got rave reviews, really good reviews.
It's true.
Really, honestly, I remember Rainus and Kasai said it was the best Star Wars movie.
It's crazy how that works.
Yeah. It was a crazy year, my dudes.
Mm-hmm.
2017 was a good year. Very good year.
The good year.
It was one of the good ones. 2018. Let's do that.
2018. Year of the Wolf.
Not so much anymore because it kind of stagnated and stayed the same once we hit like that modern era. It just kind of stayed the same.
Right.
The biggest thing were all these YouTube policies that kept coming out and ruining the website, which just got progressively worse. That was the biggest thing on the internet, but
right.
Yeah. There was the election in 2016, and everyone lost their consecutive minds. I just kind of was like, oh, well, I don't really care.
Yeah, same here, because I'm Canadian, so I was like, I don't really care.
And then it really hasn't been as, whatever, I won't talk about that. So it was a lot of, 2018, I think, was the year of arguing.
Yep.
Honestly, 2018, not a terrible year, but not a great year. Not a terrible year, but not a great year.
It's true. It's very true.
Yeah.
It was what I called a mixed bag. If 2017 was if these last 3 years have been pretty solid, 2018 is kind of stumbled a little bit. It was a
little goofy.
It was a little, exactly. I was literally just about to say it's a little goofy. It doesn't really know what it wants,
I don't think some people say 2018 was atrocious. It was not.
2017 or 2018?
2018.
Oh, I don't think it was atrocious.
No, we got some really good highlights in 2018.
We're going to talk about one of my favorite things of 2018, but we're going to hold on a sec.
In 2 minutes, it's going to be 2020 for me, and I'm very excited.
Oh, my God.
Very excited. This is a crazy year. This is a big year, 2020. Holy crap.
2020 is the big year.
This year was always the end of my thought of my life. It was make it 2020. Now I don't know what's happening. I just tried to make it 2025 because 2025 sounds like an awesome name for a year.
It does.
Yeah. The year of arguing. 2018 was a weird year. What happened early on in 2018?
Mate, I'm going to be honest. I don't really know.
What do you remember?
Well, first of all,
Friends episode 4 came out. Uncle Jiro.
oh yes, of course, everyone was waiting for that.
Right.
I got a new camera.
You sure did.
And I love it, but it almost broke until Thatch told me to throw it on the ground, and then it didn't break. That was pretty cool. We'll get into that.
That was early 2019.
That was a 2019 highlight. But regardless, though, I got this sick ass new camera.
I forgot to do it's in 1 minute. It'll be 2020, and I forgot to do the pizza time thing that I did last year.
Pizza time.
Yeah, I remember that.
Wait, let's sing the song instead then. Sorry. Bum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum.
Almost there. Where's my watch?
Well, Thatch, I got it here, all right?
What?
I got it right here.
Oh, Kodo, it's already 2020 for you. It'll be 2020 for Thatch in like a minute.
Yep.
We're entering the Matrix, folks. I'm still in the past, though. Everyone's gonna be celebrating and drinking their brains out, but I'm in the past, man.
I'm in the past, man.
I'm in the past, brother. Should we just wait then for the? Yeah, there it is.
There it is. Hey!
2020, folks. Shut up.
Woohoo, Happy New Year. It's 2020. Holy shit. I'm going to college this year, and I am a man.
You are a man.
2020. Here's my thing with 2020, and I'll get into it right now, but here's my thing. 2019, I'm going to swear a little bit here, okay?
Oh, Jesus.
Was a really good year until this month where it kicked my ass. That's what happened in 2019. I'm really happy, though. All of the bad stuff happened in December in 2019. So
Right.
now my hope for 2020 is to go forward and just put it behind me and just try and have a really good 2020.
Right.
I think that near the tail end of this year, I let myself kind of lose myself a little bit. These last few months have been a little rough with college. In 2020, I want to go back to like 2017, 2015, where like I was just really positive all the time and really optimistic about everything.
Good
And it
vibes.
was just fun. So I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to try and put everything. My new brain thing will be like a 2019 thing. Now we're in 2020. It'll be a little rough, but I'm going to do my best to make 2020 a really good year. It's just weird that it's finally here. Yeah, 2019 was really good, except for this month, which was just a disaster.
Not anymore. It's January.
It's January 1st, so January I think will be a lot better. It's so nice I get the day off tomorrow. Just enjoy this new year. Yeah, so I've got a lot of hopes for 2020. I'm going to try and make it the best year I can. I'm going to try and be a very positive person. I had an optimistic view of college in those early years until this year where I got really stressed out. So I'm going to try and go back to that.
Right.
Yeah. The one thing, I'm sorry, in 2019 that I learned a lot was my confidence grew like an elephant that was hit with a grow ray. Like, it was insane. Like, holy crap. It was like, I really grew as a person this year. It's weird that I'm a legal adult now. I still haven't really gotten used to that. So yeah, 2020, I'm really hoping for the best. I got a good feeling about the year, but I always have a good feeling about every year. I don't know. 2019, I was a little like, oh no. But 2020, I've got a good feeling about. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be the biggest year of my life so far because of everything happening. I'm going to be moving to another state. Anyway, the hope for 2020 is really good. Also, 2018 was the Fonum void. Like,
Right.
There was the cavity, the void where there was almost no bottom. 2020 is going to have, I think, it's not going to have like constant bottom, but I'm hoping to have a lot more out and some really good stuff.
Oh, you mean 2019.
Or 2019, yeah, 2019.
Sorry, I was
void
confused. I was like, wait, what? Bottom 6 came
yeah,
out?
2019 was like a void of bottom, and now I'm hoping I'm going to come out swinging. I'm really excited for Hellfire. So I don't know. I'm just gonna march forward, try and be the best thing. Because I don't know. Because a lot of great things happened in 2019 for me. Especially if we just ignore December, like August, September, October, November were awesome. So yeah, But we're gonna go forward, and I'm really excited about 2020. But I'm gonna do my
Right.
I'm very happy that it's 2020. I'm actually very happy. I'm just gonna thank God it's January 1st. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. I don't have to work, but I go back to work on Thursday.
I go back to school on Thursday, and you know what? Guess what I'm gonna do when I go back to school?
What are you gonna do?
I am going to. I'm gonna go and I'm going to give I got 18 packs of Skittles, and I'm just gonna give them to people. So,
You have to send me one, or if you
I'm not
don't,
sending you nothing.
well, you're fired.
All right. Jesus.
ThatchMac is fired from life, everyone.
I'm fired from life.
Fired from life.
Fired from life.
Life.
Yes. So yeah, let's talk about that weird mixed bag of 2018.
2018 was a mixed bag. My favorite game of all time came out this year, but I don't care. Let's talk about 2018. Because there's a lot of things that happened.
So 2018 launched. Okoto, what happened? What big things in the world aside from Renzo happened in 2018?
Renzo happened, but Biorama ended.
Oh yeah, Biorama ended.
That was one of the first things that happened on January 3rd, 2018. It's going to be 2 years in a couple of days. Biorama ended. And that's big for me, all right? And everyone else, no. But no, seriously. Infinity War came out. That was pretty mind-boggling.
I thought we were going to ease into that.
What was mind-boggling?
Freaking Bottom 6 and Infinity War.
He's into that too.
God, man, what a solid year for big things.
I know.
Infinity War came out quite early in the year, actually.
When did it come? April, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, end of April.
Yeah, we had to talk about Thought before Infinity War.
I don't wanna.
Let's talk about Tomorrow War Part 3, okay?
Fine.
Sorry, Renzo. Oh, wait, did I move past Biorama too quickly?
Yeah, that. I ended Biorama with a pep in my step and a bright future. What I wanted more than anything was to move along, like I know you do. I wanted to move on and make greater things. I knew that by canceling Biorama and moving forward, I could improve Renzo. And I believe that was somewhat achieved, but we'll get into that later. Because 2018 was a massive year where a lot of things happened. And I don't even know where to properly begin. So let's segue into the big production out of the three of us, Fodham.
Okay. That was a nice production. By the way, I want to say that the ending of Biorama really left an impact on me. That episode was really good.
The episode was not good. The ending
was really good.
The ending was decent. The episode was horrible.
The scene in the credits really, I thought, were an excellent.
Too bad to ruin the credits because of copyright. I don't care.
I know.
It so pisses me off. If anyone has seen the original upload, you know that the song is Closing Time by Semisonic, which is such a great, beautiful song. And they took it away from me. The gods of YouTube, Susan. I would just, honestly, I should just replace it with a cover, but it's too late now. The video is like 2 years old now. I'm not going to bother. I'm done with it.
We got Bills, though. Bills is awesome.
Bills was a fantastic addition.
It was.
Regardless, though.
So the ending of Biorama happened, and then we got So I had been working my butt off throughout 2017, later 2017, going into 2018. I was working on this little thing called Bottom, episode 6 of Tomorrow War, which was supposed to be. It was supposed to be this. It was just an ending, and it wasn't supposed to be like an hour and a half. It was never supposed to be like that. It was always just going to be the ending to the story I started, and I knew we were going to do time travel. I had everything planned out, and then it just. I did not, for somewhere down the line, I accepted the kitchen sink mentality, and I said, well, I'm just going to do everything that I can. I'm going to throw everything. If I get an idea, I'm just going to put everything I can in the episode. And I got everything, and I sped straight through. I remember editing it was a nightmare. It was insane, but I was so happy to put it out. And then when I put it out, it was like a freaking mega beam radiated like a freaking blast throughout the earth. And then all of a sudden, Bottom became like this much larger thing. And the eyeballs went on me. All of the eyeballs went on me, and it was terrifying. Everybody loved the episode, which I wasn't really anticipating because it was just supposed to be ending and it was never supposed to be long. And it was very made towards. It was like, what would I love out of an ending? So I just did that, and somehow. Oh, messages going on. Somehow, I don't know, it became this really big thing, and everybody really likes it. I don't love it, but everybody else really likes it, and it was weird. It was a weird experience. I mean, it's a big video. There's a lot going on, but I don't know. It just got a lot of attention, and it was really. It's weird that it's just this big video that like everyone has seen. I still remember the day it came out. Like I don't know. It was just such a weird. It was just so crazy. Yeah, I believe it came out. What day is it? It came out July 28th, before Infinity. No, was it after Infinity War? It was after Infinity War.
But you finished it before Infinity War came out, which is the big.
I finished the fight scene and everything before Infinity War came out.
Right.
So I didn't, and like Infinity War didn't affect it at all. Like
right.
Serious. The biggest thing that were like the trailers affected it, not the actual movie.
Right.
So anyway, it was a big video. And it's now this historical thing now. I don't know. It's just weird.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know, but it was fun to tell the story. I think there's a lot of great moments in it, and I don't know. It's cool to be able to look at the Tomorrow War as this complete story I can be proud of.
Right.
I'm really happy about that.
That is nice. It's a very, very cool thing.
And I'm really proud of the ending because I think the Prof clone twist was really. I'm really proud of that because it's very unique and different. And it can only really work because it came out after the videos that were supposed to take place after it.
Right.
It came out after those.
Right.
And so that kind of reworked how you thought of these older videos. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to finishing Hellfire, which essentially will be the last chapter on the Tomorrow War. You know.
Oh boy.
It's really like the epilogue to it. And I'm really looking forward to putting that to rest. And then this is nothing crazy, but I'm going to be editing all of Tomorrow War and Hellfire together into like one movie thing.
Wow.
But yeah, it's interesting to look back at it now while working on Hellfire. But yeah, that's what's going on.
Yeah, it's crazy, man, crazy. It was a big release. People, it's one of your most viewed videos, and I think that's for good reason. I think you put in effort, and I think that it really shows. Unlike the Bionicle versus Hero Factory video, which isn't really, it's kind of like, whatever. I mean, there's effort there, but clearly you weren't like, it wasn't like a passion project of yours that you were like, I can't wait to put this out.
Bionicle versus Hero Factory was just an uninspired event that I think was over-marketed pretentiously, and I think it was just disappointing. And honestly, Bionicle versus Hero Factory was just kind of this rip-off of Infinity War, and it was just atrocious. And clearly, there's no passion put behind it and no talent. So, yeah,
you're being a little troll right now.
Anyway,
you goblin
let's
man.
Let's talk about Infinity War.
Let us talk about Infinity War, which is what I can say.
Dies.
Thanks, Okoto.
You know you're 12 of Doom.
You can't spoil that, dude. No. This is the biggest movie of the year.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the biggest movie of the year. We got Black Panther before this. But who cares? We got Infinity War. So this is such a large-scale movie. There was so much going into this.
Yeah.
And the end result was something amazing. It is so original and so unique. It doesn't feel like anything we've gotten beforehand. It was really bizarre, but I really enjoy that. The interactions, the characters, the fight scenes. Oh, hot mama, the fight scenes.
Hot mama.
The Titan fight is one of my favorite things on planet Earth. It is such a great fight.
Oh my god, it's incredible.
The ending is one of my favorite movies of all time. I can say that. Maybe I'm a little bit of a hype beast here, but listen. It's one of those experiences that I just think rocked my world, I had never experienced a movie like that on such a big scale before. So going to the theater and watching it and seeing it play out in front of my eyes was so incredible. And yeah, it was quite the experience on my end. And I know I'm not alone in saying that, but it was something that I really enjoyed. So, and I'm just going to be repeating the exact same thing next year too. So, yeah.
Infinity War was a great movie. It was a comic book event to put on screen.
I thought you were just going to. Infinity War was a great movie. There you go.
No, it was awesome. You're right. The Titan fight. The stuff on Wakanda, I can take or leave. Thanos was insane, and that ending it left an impact on everybody.
It's the type of ending where if you tried to recreate it in anything else, I think it would horribly fail.
Yeah.
Yeah. But regardless, I think it's just it feels so impactful, you know? It felt like everything, Thanos' CG was incredible. It's like it's some of the best CGI we've gotten in a long time.
Yeah.
They put a lot of effort and passion into it. You can tell every ounce of the budget. Justice League cost like $5 million, I think. That movie looks like it cost like $3.
Yeah, it does. It's awful.
Infinity War cost like $1 million, I think.
Yeah.
And Infinity War and Endgame, I guess, are $1 million. But because they filmed them back to back or whatever.
Yep.
So I think it's it's $500 million for Infinity War. Or I don't know, around there somewhere. Either way, you can see every ounce of the money go there, except for dumb Mark Ruffalo Hulk head sticking out of the suit. That's the only thing.
Yeah, that looked really bad.
That it was probably because they changed a lot of things last minute, and that's why it looks so wonky. Because I think they were gonna have Hulk bust out of it at one point, and they just said, "Nah, let's not do that." Because they wanted Hulk stuff to be in the next one or whatever, and Hulk got some great moments in the whatever. But yeah. Anyways, I think overall it's a very, very solid movie, and yeah, it's one of my favorite movies of the year. So there you go. A lot of good movies in 2018, actually. A lot.
Yep.
What do you guys have to say? You guys have gone a little quiet.
Yeah, I'm just
exhausted.
I'm writing here.
You guys are running out of energy?
I'm fine right now, but
oh man, sorry, we feel so. It just came out.
Some of God, no, it's insano. You know how many unique movies we got.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, especially nowadays too.
We got
yeah,
enough attention.
Sorry, I feel like I went on for too long, and now everyone is like, yeah, all right. You do you, man.
No, it's all right. Yeah, right now I'm just thinking about what else to talk about 2018. There's just a lot of good movies.
Right.
Ant-Man Boss. Just a lot of really cool. I don't know. It was fun. It wasn't. I don't know. It was an interesting year. I don't know. It was just a kind of mixed bag year.
It's just weird because you guys had a lot to talk about. Now you're like,
I know. I'm just really exhausted.
Oh.
Yeah. Overall, Koda, what do you think of 2018?
I think it's a year that has ups and downs, but definitely first year of Brick Fair, that was a phenomenal experience. Oh, yeah. And then year following, but that struck me just in a wild way. I don't know. Really, Infinity War, yeah, big event, but also just with friends. I think that was what made the year great. That's what made 2017 great, was the formula with Ori, and then 2018 pretty much continued that. So
yeah, in a way, it was very fascinating because this is recent memory to the point where I basically remember it very well. A lot of solid stuff for me personally. Smash Bros. Hell yeah, that was awesome.
Smash Bros. Is an amazing way to end the year. I got my
Yes.
Switch around then.
Yes.
And I got Smash Brothers, and it was just such an awesome way to end the year because that game is just amazing.
And for me, one of my favorite games of the decade came out. Of course, we're talking about Red Dead 2. Y'all know how much I like that game.
I should have played it. Ooh.
Kodo. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. It's way too long. Anyway,
so
I'm kidding. It's very long. I don't blame you. But anyhow, no. Spyro came out this year, and that is my favorite game of ever. I'm a sucker for nostalgia. Okay. I'll admit it. I'll admit it ain't perfect. It ain't all bells and whistles. It ain't. But it is the game that reignited my trilogy.
I see what you did there.
I'm so sorry. That was so stupid.
The Rise of Lyric.
The Rise of Lyric came out. But either way, that was a big deal for me. I didn't get to play it till the very end of 2018, but that was such a cool moment just to relive that childhood nostalgia, you know? It was very, very cool. And also, Renzo, personally, I think improved a lot this year. I got episode 11 out. That was the biggest episode at the time. That was quite big for me because I remember that was the biggest video I had ever worked on. There was the most amount of editing I had ever put into a video, the most amount of lines. Like, there was a lot being put into that video. That was my biggest project I had ever done. And it's pretty inconsequential compared to a lot of things. But in general, it was still a big product that I put out, and I'm still decently happy with it today. I still think there's some decent things about it. I think the lines are still pretty good, especially obviously. I think these voice actors that we've gotten for Renzo I'm so happy. Otto is one of my favorite voice actors of all time because he voices Spawn, who's in this dimwit, who's really lovable, and I'm glad that people like him as much as I do. Okoto.
Yes.
You know what else came out this year, my friend?
I'm putting my head to think.
That's right. House Legacy Episode 9.
God, I hate you.
Oh, that was a good one.
It was a good one. We were waiting for a very long time for it to come out. And it did not disappoint. Because this mad lad actually did it. You're not allowed to talk during this section, Okoto. You're just going to say crap. You're just going to say garbage.
I like trash, garbage.
I like eating garbage. But
I love garbage.
Here's the rundown, okay? Okoto managed to make this video with a lot happening. It's basically just one long fight scene. And it was very enjoyable. So
I had a puzzle breakdown in the middle of making it.
I know, man. I know, it was crazy. I'm so happy that you managed to actually get the video out. I'm so proud of you. I'm like your dad now, okay? I'm wishing.
Don't be proud of me yet.
I'm wishing goodwill.
I go through another mental breakdown to make the last.
Well, you know what? I'll be there like a true father. All right.
Thank you, Papa.
I know. This is
Really weird.
Shut up, Thatch. You're not helping.
I can tell you this. I want to make 2020 the year where I achieve a lot more with videos.
Me too.
And
Me too.
I'm going to start that tomorrow.
I think we all can agree that in 2020 we want to make it a year where we do more than we did in 2019.
I mean, that's the case with every year, I would hope.
Yeah, but I think with a decade, it feels like you have a new sheet of
A new era, you know?
Yeah.
Well, you're looking at a new sheet of paper that you get to write on and draw on, and that's what I want to do.
We should dial it back a little bit to the 20 to the. We're still talking about 2018. We still got one more big year left.
Right.
But yeah,
Solo came out. That happened.
Solo did come out, and I forgot that it came out. It was fun, but the final battle was dumb, and Darth Maul is stupid.
Yeah.
Because he stands there with his stupid lightsaber, like, look at me, I'm so cool.
Yeah, the whole movie was perfectly fine without any kind of Sith or Jedi stuff. It was a fun adventure movie.
Also, they kill the best character. They also kill the best character off. Like,
no reason for it to be in the movie. No reason for him to be there.
No.
Yeah.
They just were trying to set something up, and then they announced a Boba Fett movie, and that got canceled.
They didn't announce one.
I thought they did. Wasn't it being made by James Mangold or something?
That was rumored, but it was not confirmed.
Well, freaking god dang, Rotten Tomatoes told us that. And
is that what they told? Because I feel like that was like a rumored thing that like everyone was talking about.
Rotten Tomatoes made a whole post making a statement. I was like, oh my god.
And it was a lie. It was an evil trick, no less.
Yep, it was.
Darshnarbit. But either way, I'd say 2018 was a pretty solid year for videos in general. A lot of decent stuff, a lot of great things that happened for me. It was just I think it was fun in a lot of ways, you know? And
it was just really up and down.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't consistently amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty. But Infinity War, Spider-Verse for me because I'm a filthy casual, and Bad Times of the El Royale are my favorite movies of the year. And I have a weird obsession with that movie where I just talk about it every chance that I can, because God damn it, I like it.
Because you're a talentless hack.
I am a talentless hack. It's the reason. Why do you think I'm building?
I am a talentless hack.
I Renzo Mox am a talentless hack who has no original ideas and sucks as I build the weirdest Bionicle set ever, who I forgot is just a walking gear. Like, that's his gimmick, is that he's just a stupid, he's just like a bunch of Technic beams thrown together.
Yep.
I do like this boy, though. I think I'm getting off track. Regardless, I like 2018 overall.
For me, it was more up and down, but it was okay. It was. I like it. I like it.
This time, however.
Oh, Kodo, what did you think of 2018?
Damn it! Never mind.
I had to go Renzo. I think it had its ups and downs.
I didn't say that. That was Thatch. That was not me.
Soup, whoop.
Soup.
I like soup. All right. No, I gotta go with Thatch. It had its ups and downs, but you know.
I agree too, but I had a lot of good things happen this year.
I think 2019. I can say the same for 2019. I think there's a lot of better stuff that happened in 2019.
Okay, let's. All right, let's.
We'll segue into that.
Let's talk about 2019. I want to hear what Renzo thought of 2019.
2019, folks.
Okay, we'll talk about Endgame, but I feel like we don't need to hit everything in like bullet points because we just lived 2019.
Right, exactly. Well, you know what? Here's the factor of the matter, right?
What?
Let me do a little self-advertisement first. Well, first of all, I'm working on a 2019 video. You guys want to see a little behind the scenes? Oh, look at that gay green screen over there.
Whoa!
Anyway, it's really bad. Regardless, though, I'm working on this 2019 video, so I'm going to elaborate a little bit more on 2019 in that video. So this is basically just a glorified advertisement at this point. But either way, though, I think overall 2019 was a very solid year for me. A very boring solid year for me.
Would you say it was a great year, like a really good year, or just?
I would say it was a good year, not a great year, because I did nothing for 3 months. And that was a big detractor from me personally because I moved. And the move itself wasn't the big deal. It was the fact that I was forced to do nothing for 3 months. I couldn't work on videos, and if I did, they were weird abstract videos where I like filmed myself falling through portals or whatever. And I made a video about Thatch's bottom posters for I don't even know why. I was so bored, you know?
All right. Okay, what do you think of 2019 overall?
I thought it was fantastic.
Oh.
Really?
Whoa.
A lot of parts, yeah.
I was not expecting that.
While I challenged myself in different ways that wasn't related to like videos and other ways, but personal life a bit, I was kind of disappointed. But there's some things when I look back, I'm like, that was pretty interesting. I don't think I ever thought if I was going to do that this year. Mainly with like school education.
Right.
So yeah, I like parts of it, and best part Brick Fair, and then I would say visiting Thatch. That was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That was a huge step.
That was up the year for me too.
Yeah, I mean, my God, going on a plane by myself was probably not. I wasn't scared. I was just like, this is happening because there was so much buildup. It's like it's really like another Infinity War, another Endgame. Like you have like it's a couple years behind your hand. Like, oh my God, you've seen everything. You know what's gonna, but you don't know what's gonna happen. And
Right.
it's thrilling. It really was thrilling. And holy cow, I would do it again and again, 1,000 times more. So. But man, that was probably the best part of the year for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I turned 18 when I was in freaking, all three of us did. But man, had a wonderful 18th birthday. I couldn't ask for a better birthday and great Christmas. That happened just the other day, but still had a wonderful Christmas. Had freaking family all over the house. And
Yeah, me too.
Here. So I feel like cousin Eddie's at freaking visiting. So,
Woo!
yeah.
All right. I got to be the Debbie Downer now.
Oh boy.
Lay it on me, boy.
2019 started off great, and it just got better and better and better. And then we hit like this new school year, and that was awesome. And then December hit, and it was really hard. These last few days, this week particularly, has been one of the worst in the last few years. I was forced to move, which I did not want to do. Like, that's not this week, but that was earlier, and that really sucked. That was hard, but oh well, I overcame that. Whatever. But now this week, and especially these last few days, have been really hard for me. Like, really very hard. I'm trying to go forward like better and everything like that. I kind of just want to pretend like December never happened. A lot of the pressure's on with college and all that, and some other stuff, and it's just been really freaking difficult. The biggest problem is that I feel like I built up this really great support system through this year, and then it's like in December that everyone just dropped the ball, and it just was not good. Like, I feel like I didn't have anyone, especially recently, that I could really turn to, which is really rough. And I'm going through a lot. Tonight, I definitely was better. Tomorrow, I'm really hoping for a good day, and we'll see how school is. I guess today. So I really want 2020 to be great. It's just, it really sucks that my 2019 was ruined by this month and this week. I mean, December is usually one of the best months ever for me because it's my birthday and Christmas. But this December was really rough. A lot of really just unfortunate. I don't know. It was just hard. So I'm really hoping. I really want for a better 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really excited for 2020 because it's a cool year. It's gonna be a hard year because I'm going to college and all that.
Right.
But I feel like all I need to do is just a positive attitude and things will be fine.
Yeah.
It's just, I really sucks that this month had to be as hard as it was. I wish it would have happened in the summer or something like that. But oh well, it just sucks because I was doing so good for a few months. I was just really happy, and then I don't know, this month was just really hard for me. But it's over now. It's not this month. This is a new month. That's December. December's gone. Thank God. I want to do it over again. And I'm looking forward to going to school and like, I don't know, hopefully just starting over, I guess. So yeah,
That's perfectly fine.
Clean slate.
yeah.
We all have one of those years.
Yeah, and again, just because it's so good. I mean, I love hanging out with Lagoto and all that. I also felt bad because I didn't get much autumn out, and I really want to change that.
Right.
Really nervous about college, but I'm trying to be optimistic about it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
That's true.
yep. I just gotta get this break, and we'll be all right. I got finals, but those are not going to be very hard because I've only got like 2 classes with finals.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm hoping that 2020 is better for you. As for everyone, I really want 2020 to be this great year. Things are going pretty consistent over here. So I guess I'll just continue. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. I'll continue my little 2019 thing. So I moved, and moving wasn't really the problem for me. Weirdly enough, I didn't really have that much of an emotional connection. I think it's probably because I never really liked my house. I always thought it was kind of boring. I always wanted to change a pace ever since I was a young boy. And I never really saw my future where I was living. It was kind of a dry town, and the winters were always too cold, and it made me just kind of feel bummed out all the time because you couldn't go outside at all during the winters. It was like minus 30, which is insane. I don't know if that translates to America, but whatever.
Let's say it's cold as balls.
Cold as balls, yes. Worth
cold
like
as balls.
it's die worthy. Like you go outside and you immediately die. It's that kind of weather.
Yeah, I went for a walk today and it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was cold. It was cold.
Oh, that's what I didn't hear you say that, so I was like, yeah.
No. Well, when I said cool, I was like, well, yeah, I went outside and it was freezing cold.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't really see myself going anywhere, and then when my parents said that we're moving, I got really excited. I was like, oh man, this means the future. Also meant I had to finish I had to bring back Biorama, because how could I not? Imagine a world where I didn't make a thing about Biorama characters and the next Biorama thing I did was after it moved. It would be so jarring. Because part of Biorama is the house, I feel. Because these characters live in this stupid house for the rest of the series, and they're always exploring it, and they're always finding out like discoveries or whatever. And I had this stupid secret tunnel thing I wanted to work with more, and I never did. So I was like, all right, well, just put it in the last thing or whatever. There were so many things like that. So I had to bring back Biorama. But at the same time, Renzo also ended this year too, which was freaking weird. Yeah, Renzo season 1 ended. And the support on that was incredible. It wasn't, it's not the biggest video on planet Earth or anything, but there was a lot of support and a lot of great words from people, and I really appreciate that. It was very nice putting that out. It was very impactful, and it meant a lot to me to put that out and get that vision that I'd been thinking about for years. I wanted to put it out, and I wanted people to see what I had, and that was something that, again, meant a lot to me. So there's that. And then I brought back Biorama this year, and that was an interesting time because a lot of people were like, well, isn't Biorama done? And it was, but I had a couple more ideas I wanted to work with. So yeah, but once I moved, I didn't really know what to do. I was kind of just stuck, and my parents kept harassing me to get a job, and I didn't really know what I wanted. Like I couldn't find a job. I couldn't, nothing was really good. I was just kind of sitting around all day being lazy. I was getting a little discouraged with working on Renzo at some point. We had things on the horizon, but I just was kind of losing a little bit of inspiration. But then something happened. I had a child. That didn't happen. I apologize. That's a lie.
Cut out. It's cut out. Whatever you say.
The joke is ruined because it cut out now.
Yep. What did you say?
I said I had a child. That would have been a lot funnier if it didn't cut out.
I had a child.
Anyways.
You can joke about miscarriages. God dang.
I did not joke about that. You are bringing up evil things, mister. You have pushed this stream from a G to an R.
I apologize.
It's okay. No, it's okay. We swore on this stream anyways. It doesn't matter.
Well, I don't think it's inappropriate. It's just a thing,
right? But what really happened was I applied for a job at Wendy's one night. Right? I didn't think I was gonna get it. I was like, I can't find a job. I was talking to Thatch. I was like, I don't know. Nobody's hiring. It's getting really stressful. And Thatch is like, I believe you will get a job. And lo and behold, the next day I get a call to come in for an interview at Wendy's, my very first interview call. And I was so happy. I was jumping for joy like a little gopher on Christmas Eve. I was loving it in the big time. But I was nervous as hell. Turns out they only hired me because they had literally nobody. So they needed somebody. Which it's not as cool, but whatever. Don't matter.
But
don't matter because at the end of the day, I have a job. I'm currently working like a big man in the big world. I feel I have money. I have success and I'm a rich man.
He's a rich man.
I'm not a rich man. I need to stop spending my money on stupid shit
Stop
that I
spending
don't
your
need.
money.
I buy way too much food. I buy new games as they come out before they go on discount, which is never good. And I've been thinking about buying a flat screen TV. But I won't. I'm not. I'm going to save that.
Don't do that.
I will eventually. Stop making fun of me.
Hey, whoa.
You are being such a bully, mister.
He's
Either way, okay, listen. I'm just happy. I got a job. I know I have a routine. I know what I'm doing right now.
Is it for you, Renzolian?
We are working on a really cool Renzo project that I'm so excited to share with you guys next year. Holy crap. I could not be any more excited.
Renzo smothered Geode.
It's going to suck.
Renzo, what time is it for you currently in your timeline?
10:39.
10:39. Jeez, you still got a ways to go.
If you want to stop it before, we can. I don't need to be up for New Year's. You guys have already had New Year's.
Yeah.
We're already at the end anyways, so if you guys do want to. It's not the Rocketeer. It's not the Rocketeer. God damn it.
Oh my god.
Ooh. It's not. It's not. It's Rocket Man.
It's the Rocket person.
Rocket Royale is his name.
It is his name.
Don't wear it out.
Renzo just lost his mind on screen live.
I'm sorry. That was real. That was real.
I'm sad that the Mandalorian's over. Oh well.
Mandalorian ended and started this year. That's pretty neat. I never watched it, so I don't know if it's good. It probably sucks ass, but that's okay.
Whoa, hey, look it.
Wow, it's getting really vulgar in here.
I said ass, all right?
Whoa.
Come on, that's not bad. Anyways, Rocket Man burning out of fumes out there alone. That's true. I think it's going to be a long, long time. No. Either way, though, I think 2019 flipped itself around, and I'm really trying to work on making myself a better person. I'm trying to work on making videos better. I'm trying to work. I don't care if people don't watch my videos as much anymore. I really don't. I'm just trying to focus on being a goofy goober. Yeah, and trying to shouldn't have laughed that hard at that.
Because it was so stupid.
What's your problem?
It was so dumb.
I'm a goofy goober, yeah. You're a goofy goober, yeah.
Yeah, it was just the way you said it was so dumb.
We got Avengers Endgame this year.
Oh, forgot about last year, but yes, we did get Avengers Endgame.
What do you mean forgot about last year?
It was last year for me.
Oh, whatever. Who cares?
It was good. It blew my mind. It was awesome.
It blew my mind. My favorite movie, Klaus, came out this year. That was really good. Please watch Klaus on Netflix. It's really, really good.
It is, though.
Marriage Story is also really good.
Yep.
Doctor Sleep is pretty great. I never saw it.
I didn't see it either.
What else? Oh, Dark Crystal show came out. That was awesome.
Amazing. That was awesome.
That was so cool. You know what I realized? There's a lot of like weird effort being put this year.
Yeah.
2D animation with Klaus. That was really neat.
Yeah.
Puppets with Dark Crystal. That's really cool. Lego Movie 2 was great. That came out. My fist crinkles in pain because nobody likes that movie.
I love the movie. I agree. I think it's gonna be an underrated gem. I think people are gonna notice more.
It's so good. It's one. I don't know why. It just came out too. I tried to watch Marriage Story, but it was too real, too serious. That's fair. It's not a fun family romp. It's very like
I loved it.
It's great, but it's a bit hard to get into.
Yeah. Renzo.
Yeah.
Okoto, are you there?
Koto? Did he leave? Did he die? Oh no.
I think he died on the
He died
Instagram.
1 second after New Year's Eve.
Supposed to be awakened spirits.
There should be a movie called New Year's Curse where they die and it's stupid. That's my pitch for the movie.
Well,
Jesus.
Well, my parents are divorced too, but it was a really interesting look into an alternate perspective, and I quite enjoyed that because I got to see like what that would be like through my parents' perspective. It was interesting. I enjoyed it.
That doesn't matter because there was a Bionicle cameo in it.
There was a Bionicle.
My boy Skull Basher got the cameo he deserves.
I never thought I'm going to spell Bionicle. Renzo, what are your hopes for 2020?
My hopes for 2020. Breath of the Wild 2. No, sorry.
Look at you.
I want it really bad. It's not going to come out, though. I want to have a good year. I want to improve. I want to be a better person. I want to I would like to be more positive. I would like to make more videos. I'd like to make more passion project videos about things I really care about that I said I was going to do this year, but I didn't. Mixel's video. Really want to make that really badly. Bunch of new types of videos I want to work on. I want Black Widow to be great. That's a want of mine. I want Okoto's sister to stop cackling.
Yeah.
That's a want of mine. I got to talk about the stupid garbage real quick. I just want to get that out there. I'm really excited for The Last of Us 2, like intensely excited. My blood and my bones are shaking.
The blood boils within.
The blood boils within because The Last of Us is such a good game, and I want more of it, and I want this to be good. I'm really worried it's going to kind of blow. It won't, but I'm still worried about that.
Oof.
It's not, because Naughty Dog's always put out good games. I don't remember the last bad game to put out. But regardless, I'm worried that it's going to be too big for its own sake.
If you could boil it down to one resolution, what would that be?
One resolution, I want to...
Yeah. Yep.
I want to...
Ride my bicycle.
Shut up. This is really hard. You know what I want? I want to be happy.
Yeah?
Simple. Just want to be happy. I want to maintain a happiness, general Zen happiness. I want to, and I want to make people laugh. And I want to be comedic, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to make people smile, which sounds horrifying.
You're like, fine, stop. Yeah.
You tell me to stop? Frick you.
You're stealing mine.
Oh, whatever. Hey, listen, you know how many people there are on goddamn planet Earth?
A lot of them.
Like 2?
I want to ask Okoto, what are your hopes for 2020? What do you want?
To get House Legacy done.
Okay.
To get lucky.
That's my main obligation right now. Other things, shoot, man.
I would.
Like, what do you want out of it?
I really like to figure out what I want to do with the rest of my life, like career-wise. That's what I really want to accomplish this year. Just to have a slither, at least a slither of an idea, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely really get driving this year. That's a huge thing I want to do. Just really get more practice in and get my license. What else? Wow.
If you could boil it down to one resolution, what would it be?
Probably do more writing.
Okay.
Just more working with it, just tempting with it. So I just really like to work at that.
All right. My hopes for 2020 are for it to be one of the best years of my life. I want another 2015. I want to go to college, and I want to be successful at college. I want to excel in my environment. I want to have a bright hope for the future, which I always mostly had, but I really want to I've lost it a little bit recently, not too bad. I just want to get that back. I want to be able to. I think I've grown a lot this year. I want to put a lot of the stuff I've learned to use. I want to talk to a ton of people and meet a ton of different people. I'm 18 years old, Mr. Wombat Combat. Renzo's 19. Okoto's.
I'm not 19. I'm actually 18 too.
Oh, you're 18?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We're all 18 here. No, but I want to talk to a bunch of people. I want to find my people at my new school. I want to love my new school. I want to get a ton of stuff done. I want to get Christmas 3 done, and I want to get Hellfire done, and I want to be able to announce the special project that I'm working on. I got 2 special projects. I'm going to make future thought clear because it's very vague right now, and I haven't talked about it on purpose.
Right.
But I want to get Xmas and I want to get Hellfire out before I go to college. I want to be a positive influence. Overall, if I could boil it down to one resolution, I want to be able to remain positive, and I just want to remain a positive force in the face of overbearing, just bad stuff happening, in the face of hardship and sadness. I want to remain positive, and I want to be a positive force despite that. I think if I can learn to do that now, that'll be very useful for me in my future. And that's really what I want to do. I'm really excited to go to school, and I'm just trying to be as positive as I possibly can. And I just want to, I don't know. I guess I just want to, like I said, I want to be able to remain positive in the face of negativity, I guess.
Right.
I want to, like I said, I want to take all the confidence and lessons I've learned, and I want to apply those to the future. And I want to, by the time I get to college, I want to be ready, and I want to boldly go. And I want to be excited and ready to go, like I always kind of have been.
Right.
I always really wanted to get to college, and now it's just kind of stressful because I've let stupid things get to me. Right. But I think I'm going to overcome this. And it's ultimately what I want. I faced 2019 taught me a lot, and I want to just go into 2020 with more knowledge as a better person. I think that I always have to hit rock bottom to learn. And I always excel after that, you know, to learn. I always excel after that.
Absolutely.
I'm hoping, I don't know if I hit rock bottom, but it's definitely one of the saddest weeks I've had in a while. And I want to be able to, but it's all good stuff that for the most part is for the better. It's just sad right now, which is the best part, is knowing that it's sad right now, but it won't always be.
Right.
And I want to be able to, I guess, I want to have that growth, that I had before. I think I will. Unfortunately, there's no Bionicle coming back. Oh, by the way, 2019 Spider-Man went away and then he came back.
That's true. He frigged out for a little bit.
He dipped out and he's like, "Nah, fam."
He's like, "I'm good." He went to go get milk.
And then he's like, "I'm back, guys." Yeah, but I don't know. There isn't something crazy like that. The biggest thing I have is Ghostbusters.
Right.
Very excited about that.
Yes.
So that's where I'm at right now. I want to, like I said, I want to grow, and I think there's a bright future ahead of me.
Right.
So,
no, I agree.
I'm very excited for next semester of school.
That's
very
good.
excited for that. That's going to be nice.
I am excited to continue flipping greasy burgers at Wendy's because I feel like I found some people that I really like talking to. And I really like my Wendy's folks.
You know what I think is awesome about your life, friends, though, is that you found this life at Wendy's and you're super happy with it, and I think that's awesome.
I'm somewhat happy with it. I'm not excited to go to work on Saturday.
Right.
Aww.
I hate the weekend shifts, but I'm working on it because I know that if I'm there for long enough, and I know that if I eventually go, hey, can I not work these shifts anymore? They'll be a little bit more okay with me saying that.
Okay.
But regardless, yes, I have grown used to this life at Wendy's. I will become the manager at Wendy's in 5 years. I will rule. I will rise up. All right.
I rule Wendy's.
I will conquer these people.
That'd be awesome if you could rule Wendy's.
That would be so sad. Like,
oh.
no, just imagine you're like 15 years down the line. You're like, I wonder what happened to Renzo, and you're like traveling around the world or whatever because you're a famous architect.
Architect. That's the wrong career.
Whatever. You become your dream occupation, the architect of dreams.
Michelangelo.
And you're making buildings, and you go out to Vancouver, BC, and you're like, Renzo used to work at Wendy's. That's pretty crazy. And you walk in, and I'm just like balding fat meat. I'm like, hey, what do you want? And you're like, wait, oh, you're that guy.
Oh, ThatchMac.
Regardless, though, I really am excited for 2020. I'm excited to put my fist to work and beat some people up.
Boldly go into adult life, friends.
I am already in adult life. It's okay. It's nothing crazy. I know for someone with a purpose, it probably means a little bit more. But for someone who makes money for someone who works at Wendy's, it's just kind of like, it's like, all right, you know. Regardless, though, I have some very big things, and right after this video is done rendering at 4 in the morning or whatever, I will upload you know what, damn it, I'm gonna upload a clip from Rocket Royale for you guys to see.
What?
Yeah.
Ooh, better not be a friggin'
No,
nuts.
nothing too crazy. Just a small clip.
Still, it's flipped. Excuse me.
It's just a small clip.
I want to kill you.
No. Why is everyone joining now?
It's like Rocket Royale.
Rocket Royale, brother.
Oh man. Yeah. So that'll be up. Maybe I'll actually probably wait till tomorrow to upload that because it'll just be a little bit more. Because if it comes out super late, no one's gonna see it. So I'll probably upload that tomorrow for you guys to see. Very excited to share it. Again, nothing crazy. Don't get too excited. I've been thinking about it for like the last 5 hours, so I've been stewing on this, you know. Regardless, though, thank you. And you guys have anything else you want to go off of?
Golly.
Thatch is gonna swear at me at the end of this. I swear.
Oh, shoot.
When will the 2019 video be out?
Motherfricker.
When will the 2019 video be out? I'm gonna try to get that out very soon. I just started filming it today. It's gonna take a while to edit though, so don't count on it coming out this week, but it will be out as quickly as I can. I'm sorry I don't have as much time to work on videos anymore, but I'm really going to try with this one. I really want to make it entertaining. So it'll be out hopefully sometime soon. As long as it doesn't come out in like February, that's good. Good, right? Okay, anyways, back to you guys because I've been hogging the spotlight. So
I ain't got nothing to say.
You don't?
I got a couple things I can say. Now, I didn't know that when you asked me about what I'm looking forward to doing this year or what I would like to do, I don't know if just main objectives, but you mentioned quite a lot about how to maintain a positive attitude, and that is probably one of the greatest things you can do for yourself as a human being. And usually I am pretty darn happy, or I can make myself happy by listening to music or just popping up a freaking good book or watch a great movie like Back to the Future. So, of course, I like to maintain that and also to continue to talk and cherish my friendship with the outside of both of you, Rangus and the others. So it's always a blast doing these every year for the past almost 5 years, I would say. Well, maybe like Renzo, but holy cow, we're getting up there. I can tell you that. So I hope we can keep this tradition going. But here, I should move this up. There we go. I have my mic up closer. But it's always a blast just getting on these streams and talking to you guys. It's always just wonderful. But I really think 2020 will hold something great. And I said that before the other years, but I really would love this to be the best year of my life. I think it'd be really amazing if it becomes that, and I'm hoping to really achieve what I want to achieve. And I hope that goes the same for anyone else that does want to, like Thatch, and anyone that really has a goal they desire to accomplish. I hope that they do that and they're able to successfully in a satisfying manner. So, yeah.
Well put, my friend. Well put.
All I can.
You make me very, very sad, Okoto, because you are so good at writing these. You're not writing, but you're so good at being these.
It's so gosh darn genuine.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh God, don't give me that. But thank you.
Well, it's not officially 2020 for me yet, so I can't say this year, which is crazy.
You got another hour, right? You got another hour?
Yeah, about we're getting to about an hour here. Regardless, though, I don't want to make you guys wait another hour. That's just going to be torture. So I'll let you guys go early. I will. I'll get that video out again. I think I'll wait till tomorrow just so I can put out a video tomorrow for y'all. Regardless, though, thank you very much for watching. I will be focusing on doing less streams next year. I want to make streams feel special, and I feel like if I constantly do them, they will not be. Because streams became a thing that just bored the crap out of me. So, or not, well, I know streams became a thing that I would make whenever I was bored. And I don't want to do that. I would rather do them and make them feel special again. So, yeah, hopefully we'll do a stream every year. I like this tradition. It's always kind of different too. So, if you guys have anything else to say, now is your time to say it.
I hope everyone has the best time of their lives next year.
Happy 2020.
Happy 2020, everyone.
All right. Well, Mary, we needed that. Happy 2020.
Happy 2020.
Happy 2020. And Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays. I hope y'all get blessings on your family or whatever. Good tidings. Happy Merry Eves or whatever.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And I hated Chapter Omega. Okay, goodbye, guys.
Holy